Mic check. Mic check, please. Mic check. Mic check, please. Right. So let's see. What I want to do here. Mic check. Mic check, please. Right.
Why? But why?
I mean, what do you mean why? I mean, everybody knows why you're not supposed to.
But it's not about not supposed to. Oh.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software. With Doodly, you drag, you drop, you tweak some settings, and boom, video done. It'll take you just a few minutes. So, let's hear from the Doodly creator, Brad, to see why Doodly is so easy to use and why you should grab this offer right now.
Hi, I'm Brad Callen, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create doodle videos, just like the one you're watching right now, using Doodly. Alright, here I am inside the Doodly software, which is available for Mac and PC. You'll notice that you can choose the style of your video, selecting from whiteboard, blackboard, greenboard, glassboard, and for more advanced users, you can even use a green screen background, giving you lots of control over the video style. In this example, let's create a nice looking whiteboard doodle video. You'll notice that Doodly makes it super easy to create your own doodle videos with done-for-you scenes, hundreds of characters, a huge selection of props and images, royalty-free music, and even text. And for the ultimate in customization, you can even upload your own images, fonts, props, and music. Now to create a doodle video, it's really simple. First, I'll add a headline to get people's attention, then center it before adding a character. I like this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a prop too. I'll resize everything and voila! We have Steve reading a book on his chair. Not only is creating a doodle video that simple, but we also have a bunch of really cool settings available too. Doodly allows you to customize your video with real hands, cartoon hands, or none at all, seeing transitions with even camera panning. As you can see, doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments you can make in your business. And that's especially true right now. The going rate for professional doodle video creation is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to have someone make a video similar to the one that I just showed you. But with Doodly, anyone can create a doodle video regardless of tech skills and experience. If you were to visit the doodly.com homepage right now, you'd see the regular price for Doodly is an ongoing monthly payment, which adds up to...
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's the naivety.
I'm looking for indigenous black.
It is the innocence.
Right.
And
I said stuff I don't even want to.
Oh, okay. So you said, but when we first came up to you, you said, "Oh, nothing happened. Nothing."
No, nothing has happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened but talk.
Oh, okay. You don't think talk affects children?
Well, I'm sure it does, but.
And scheduling plans to.
I ever say that?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it does.
Looking for indigenous black.
So what's with the foot fetish?
What do you mean?
So what's with that? I mean, everyone has fetish. That's not that. But with a child, though.
No, not with a child. With
that was the plan here.
Yeah, not necessarily. No.
I mean, you said you don't want to go over the child logs.
I mean,
so you messaged him first, right?
Yeah.
On Grindr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it proceeded to what? Text message.
Yes.
Okay, and you messaged him first there.
I believe so. Yes.
Right, and then small talk, and you said you're so cute.
I'm looking for indigenous black.
I mean, on some level, I'm sure.
What was the level for you?
I don't know. I honestly can't answer that.
Okay.
It's important. I just like this video. It's important. If you're going to watch videos on YouTube, if you like them, first have a YouTube account. You can't like it without that. But if you have a YouTube account, like the video. You know, people really, you know, go out their way to bring content to entertain you and educate you, or both, edutainment. Liking the video, it definitely, you know, it's an attempt at free advertisement. Okay, that's what liking does. It helps. It's like it helps the video to be seen without the content creator paying money for it to be seen. That's what liking does. That's why I like. And look, I don't dislike something unless it's totally offensive to me. If it's not my cup of like, it could be young, fair, polite. I won't like or dislike unless, again, it depends on the polite video. Because sometimes I will dislike it. Like his latest bullshit, I will dislike it. But Umar tactics, SETI tactics, I won't like it or dislike it. You dig? But it has to be offensive. So yes, polite's latest videos I've been sharing, I dislike them. They're offensive. They're gonna get black people in trouble, and I've been disliking them. Okay. So, but yeah, I think that's important. If you like the content, like it, you know, especially if you're not going to join their Patreon. You know what I mean? It's just free.
It says I got to be honest about.
Showing love for free. Some people show love with some monetary expressions, you know, Cash App or Super Chat or Patreon, and some people just show love just free. That's the like button.
My age though, now that we're tech.
Please, the watcher. You know what? I got a Cash App yesterday, and I really didn't know who sent it. So Dice Man says he told me he was one. So let me see right now. Because okay, let me tell you why. The baby broke my Android. I'm not much of an iPhone person, so I got my old iPhone 6 and 8 that I'm using. So I don't have Facebook, Instant Messenger on them, and there's a lot of issues, and they're like outdated, so the apps don't really work that well. It'll come up and it'll disappear. I got to do it again. I was stuck at Wawa today because I thought I had, and I lost. Look, my debit card I believe got ate up in the ATM. I'm rushing again, and it got ate up in the ATM. So I'm working off just Google Pay. I'm sorry, my Androids are broke, so no more Google Pay. Luckily, I was able to upload debit card to the Apple Pay. So I'm working. Look at this. Look at it. I'm trying to do Cash App right now, and it keeps crashing. So I'm working off Apple Pay. So I go to Wawa, with the donation money yesterday, and come on, stop. The iPhone's so old, it wants me to update, and I click update, and it won't let me. It's too old to even update. All right, so anyway, go to Wawa this morning. I was almost late for work. I go to Apple Pay, and when I go to, to the cashier clerk to scan the Apple Pay, this shit crashed over and over. I had to get out of the line. Look, it keep crashing now. So I can't even check the Cash App. I was able to extract the money from Cash App, or I got lucky last night, but I can't even. I keep asking me to update. I skip the update and I go to see who sent the money, and it won't let me. It just goes to loading. It's the third time. Loading. Let's see. Everybody knows. Peace. I really want to see you and yours win. Look. Okay, so I'm assuming that was you, the watcher. I can't even tell you. So whoever sent the Cash App, I don't know who did it. I gotta assume it's the watcher, but just know that you and Dice Man, it literally, I'm gonna say 90% of the funds went towards the kid. So I bought the kid some, because what happened was, I don't know if it's just me, Godbody, the watcher, or whoever else listening, but I'm a person who don't really take stuff back to a store unless it got to be like worth, some money for me, because I just hate taking stuff back. Like I'll take the loss. So I bought him some sneakers, and I was not thinking. I tried them on his feet with no socks. Big mistake. So when I came home, it was all good. The next morning, I was trying to get him dressed, had the socks on, and story made short, the sneakers over here, and I lost the receipt. I'm bad receipts. So it's over. So I took the L. So when the donations came yesterday, I flew out the house, went to Walmart. I wanted to go there before it closed. So I went to Walmart, and I had bought him some sneakers. I made sure I put socks on his feet first. So I even took pictures of the sneaks, right? So they nice, they strap-ons. Because I hate shoelaces myself. That's why I like the LeBrons. straps. I love straps or Velcro, that type of stuff. I hate shoelaces. So that's what I did yesterday. That's what happened. Then when I came back, he didn't go to sleep until late. And you know what happens? We talked about this on the live. I was trying to go live at 10 p.m. and attempting to make him go to sleep. I fell asleep too. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. to a text. My boy texted me saying, yo, but this text was way late. He said, yo, Steven Shakur fighting. So I even missed the fight. And I might miss football, I might miss basketball. I don't miss boxing. Okay, that's my favorite sport. You see by the boxing gloves. And I missed Shakur fight. I'm like, oh wow, I missed the fight. So attempting to put the baby to sleep, I fell asleep too. So I caught the highlight. Shakur won. He beat him like every round, literally every round. And that's where we are. But I was able to buy some food, some sneaks. You dig? All fam. I bought myself some coffee this morning. So like I said, I'm assuming it's the watcher. I don't know for sure. But I'm looking for indigenous Black man. I got some bait for him to take and sharpen up his skills, right? So what I say is this. I say we need to stop. We're not experts, none of us. So we need to stop connecting dots. Let the experts connect the dots for us, and we just echo what the experts connected. Okay, because last night you seen the Pa and Inky, they on some weird stuff where they're trying to connect dots. And no, that's not your position. It's not our position. Let the experts connect the dots, and we just echo the dots. Like for example, Fannie Willis from Atlanta connected the dots for the RICO charge. You see how easy that was? She did the research, the work, the investigation for us. We just fell back, and now we can review their work, like what they put together, and we get to draw an opinion where we think they're being railroaded or is justified. And I agree with Charleston White on a lot of Black issues, especially the thugs and criminals. I agree 100% with Charleston White. They deserve it. Ain't no free nobody or rest in peace nobody. No, you deserve to be in the grave and you deserve to be locked up. You harming Black folks, you're scamming Black folks, no love for you. And like that's how we gotta be. We gotta be the can man, can women. Anybody can get it, like literally anybody. It hurts for a relative or a close friend, but I remember the movie Going in 60 Seconds. Now I never watched it, but I love the concept. Anything you love, you gotta be ready to drop it in 60 seconds. Now I'm gonna add this to it. I didn't watch the movie, but anything you love, you should be ready to drop it in 60 seconds if it's proven to be toxic. That can be an aunt, mom, dad, daughter, son, girlfriend, wife, husband, boyfriend, all that type of stuff. Friend, acquaintance, associate, business partner. When it's become clear that they're toxic, we gotta have the any man or anybody can get it mentality. And that's what I got. And that's why some friends rock up. So that's why the friends I got who like me, they like me like where they'll die for me. Because they know that the only loyalty I have for you is you being who you were and being consistent. Once you flake, my loyalty and all that stuff for you changes. Once you flake, it's over. Like there's a contract. There's an unwritten contract when you're my friend and my associate, my business partner. You gotta be who you are, right? Forever. Once you flake, you then broke the contract. The contract is now void. I get to flake now. And my flake is I get to like back away from you. So that's what I do. Again, auntie, mother, and because of that, I'm able to, that's why I like Amber, because she'll just tell you what it is. She ain't gonna sugarcoat it. She ain't gonna try to be your best friend. She gonna just tell you, and you just gotta just deal with it. Big. And when I see certain people in the community, like Rob Bohr, I believe the same way. I believe Ujawu same way. You dig? You know, it takes Uncle a while, but Uncle finally come around to it. But of course, Chief X is that way. And I kind of like an ex-architect, whether you know, a lot of people don't like him, but that's how he is. So I gravitate to people like myself, to be honest. More. I gravitate to all Black folks, but more so people like myself, people with the mentality anybody can get it. I don't like yes men and women around me, personally. When I screw up, if my breath stink and my feet stink, my butt stink, tell me. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. Now you can embarrass me how you tell me, and when you tell me and where you tell me, you can embarrass me, but you're not gonna hurt my feelings. So if I read an article incorrectly, like I said, you could definitely embarrass me, but you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Like I'm like sealed. Not gonna do that. So, you know, let me know. But when you don't let me know and I look like a fool with a booger in my nose and I later find out you knew it, I gonna look at that as like disloyalty or like you traded on me. You set me up. So it's best to let me know, like, yo, I'm biased. Your breath stink like shit. Cow feet. That dog paw yesterday, remember the bacteria in the dog paw? Your feet smell like corn chips. You know what I mean? Let me know. Because that your one little hurtful comment is going to save me from 100 hurtful comments later that day in the social media trend. You dig? Or so yeah, let me know. You read something wrong, you read it backwards, you pronounced it wrong, your enunciation is off. Let me know. Slow down, you talk too fast, let me know. You dig? Science for real over here. Like I really believe that scientific model where science corrects itself. Like, let me correct myself. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, harshly as you want. Just try to not to embarrass me in front of people. I could take that too, though. I could take that too. By the way, I'm like really, really tough. As far as that, I'm not tough as far as like street shit, but as far as like taking criticism, I'm tough. So you can't really embarrass me with truth. You can embarrass me by lying, but you can't really embarrass me with truth. I just got to deal with it and accept it. So those are people I hang around with. I gravitate to the most. Okay, that's why, like, yeah, believe it or not, like I'm the less street person you'll ever meet. That'll be around street people. Like you talk street ties, all street, everybody, street hood, know all the street dudes. But I'm the less street guy ever. Like I hear this drug language and I'll say it, repeat it, but I have no idea what it is, never seen it before. I'm like the most less street guy ever, but I'm around and affiliated, not affiliated, but I'm around and I'm cool with so many street people because they know I don't turn twists, bend. You can't buy me. Like my opinion is just priceless. So I'm the wrong guy to call on the phone. Here's an advance, right? Here's a warning in advance. If you need somebody to lie for you, wife, husband, friend, social media person, whatever, I'm the last person to call. Do not call Unbiased Sports to lie for you. It's not going to work out for you, okay? I got personal friends 20, 30 years long that'll tell you I don't cover for them with their wives, with their relatives, kin folks, friends. I do not cover for you. Even you just met a stranger. Now, the best I'll do is don't say anything. I'll plead the fifth. Yo, I'm biased. Yo, wasn't I in Dallas last Friday? I'll be like, yo, listen, man, I got to hit you back. I got the baby. So I might not comment or answer, but I'm not going to lie for you. So I'm the last guy to ever call to lie for you. All right. If my lie is going to save you from 10 years, then you got 10 years on you. You dig? Don't call me. All right. The last person. My loyalty doesn't go to lying for you. Sorry about that. That long rant. Yeah. So then, God body, you want some money in. You want some money. And you definitely going to win money with Shakur when you even pick rounds. Yeah, if you pick rounds, like he's gonna win round 1, round 5, round 9, you're gonna win that money because he usually win all the rounds. So I know you got paid on that one, guy body, pure black peace. So that's just a little bit about me, because we all don't really know each other. We're just social media personalities, you dig? So that's some, I guess, some inside information. Like, this is why you'll see some people just don't like me because I'm not gonna fold. If I think you pseudo, you're pseudo. Unless you got to prove me if you want to. You can like sell me another day. I might change my mind, but if I think you pseudo, you pseudo. I'm not going to change until, you know, you, again, if you're trying to change my mind, then go ahead and try to do that. Okay, so anyway, I'm playing this predator video just for now because I got the fishing hook out there with baits. I'm trying to lure indigenous black men to the live. I want them on the panel.
Texting, I'm 15.
Yes.
You said OMG. So why didn't you just block them right there?
So this is why I'm not trying to bring up old stuff, but this is why, like, when people, now I won't bring it up, but this is why if y'all include me to a group, don't think because you're mad at somebody, I'm gonna be mad at somebody too. Okay, that's not gonna work. And I don't join gangs. I barely join groups because I got my own mind, and it's usually different from yours. Some things we'll agree on, but I guarantee you we're going to disagree on some things. Half the things we'll disagree on because I got a unique mind. My mind changes a lot. So don't invite me to a group, to a gang, none of that shit. Because I'm not a block street gang, all that shit. I'm not gonna always believe that stupid goofy shit. And I don't beef with people because you don't like it. Unless, you know, again, then when these people are here, this guy in the yellow shirt, I don't want no alliance with him. Zero. So unless you one of these guys, then I ride with you. You dig? Or like a straight predator, the street predator, the super predator. I don't rock with them either like that. I got no loyalty to predators. You dig? So that's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, there is a white supremacy threat in the country against black people, and it's powerful. So don't think because I play black folks, you know, bullshit, and I get on them, don't think I'm in denial. There's a white supremacy threat that's powerful, that's influential, that can change the course of black people's lives in this country significantly. Okay, so yeah, and that got to be dealt with, but we got to be honest with it. We can't be lying and trying to connect dots. Stop trying to connect dots. Let the dots fall where they fall, and you just echo the connections. That's all. And the connections usually come from the experts, not laymen and laywomen like us. We're too stupid to connect dots. That's why we don't know. We don't have no significant degrees to connect dots. Okay. Doctors connect dots when they ask you questions about what symptoms you have, some type of ailment. They can narrow it down to 3 things, and that's called connecting dots for real. We can't do that. Or a psychologist, psychiatrist, all these type of people can connect dots to resolve a problem. We can't do that, and there's no proof we can do that. So let's just stop doing that, and let's just echo the connections that's found by the experts. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so this is a real issue right here. This predator thing. This is a real issue, and there is trafficking, human trafficking. That's a fact. But there's some bullshit lies behind it as well, and the lies literally mask the actual reality of trafficking. So when you lie about, when you add your lies, your fake false connecting dots on these actual trafficking thing, illegal traffickings, right? Human trafficking, child trafficking, you're actually helping to cover it. When you add your bullshit to it, you are now helping to cover child trafficking, human trafficking. Because we laugh at you, we don't take you serious, and we just throw the whole thing out with the baby, the water out with the baby. So just be honest with the experts and professionals are saying. Stop your connection bullshit, and then you be taken more serious. But that's too easy for us. So I've noticed that's too easy for conspiracy theorists. They don't want shit that's easy. They want to connect dots themselves. They want the hard shit. But they refuse to go down a path that validates them to be a dot connector. Inky, Pseudo Ali Muhammad, has been studying health allegedly for like 20 goddamn years. Had they went to school, they would have been a doctor ×2 by now. They would have been the oh shit. You get what's the sister name to help out with the jab fixer thing? Toby and kids me. All right. Give me a second.
Told me to continue. I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know why.
So first, are you armed?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and
It's
lift
in
up
my
your
car.
waistband and.
My weapon's in
So-
my car.
You could have blocked him immediately right there.
I know, and I should have, and I didn't. I don't know why.
Okay.
It just something.
Something did click. Something's not clicking actually in your brain, and something's going on. Do you think you need
I
help?
think- No, I don't think so.
You don't think you need help when you just came out here? Okay, well, it's just, it's kind of early for that, but I mean, it's really not. You know what you did. You know you did.
They don't think they need help. That's the problem. When you don't think you need help and you're sick as hell.
I can sit here and go over every single message and everything like that, and you don't think you need help. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That's sad, and that's why we do what we do. Because damn, honestly, damn, like that's really sad. After everything that just went down here, you don't think you need help.
I mean,
And how are we supposed to come here as a mediation group and do anything for you when you? But let's just. I don't even want to hear it, honestly. I'm Kyle. By the way, what's your name? I'm Keith. Your name's Keith, right? Nice to meet you. Small talk. I live in Wesley
I
Chapel.
need to tell you that I actually watched. I want you to see. So there's some Tariq videos right here. Got watch that one. But yo, how do you get rid of? I mean, so this is rhetorical because I watch so many videos on YouTube. How to get rid of gnats or fruit flies? I mean, goddamn, I got rid of them at one time in my life. Got lucky. I tried this go around and I'm just unsuccessful. I mean, these things are just flying everywhere. You dig? I could sworn they bit me. All right. So anyway, I'm going to show you a video that I played yesterday. It was like one of those commercials. YouTube added commercials, and I clicked it. And I said I was going to watch. I watched like 75% of it. So I'm going to find it first.
Can I see your pics? What do you mean by that?
can I see your pics? Can I see your sexual pics?
Oh.
Why lie about it? It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Now, why I did it with a 15-year-old or someone under 18, I don't know. But that's.
Attention all Walmart customers, the store will be closing in 20 minutes.
So
All Walmart customers,
you said that, and
closing in 20 minutes.
you guys exchange just pictures of your faces.
Right.
You say, then go on to say you have a D pic,
Right.
and then go on to say
Right.
so. Now, you said that nothing happened when we came up to you.
Well, I mean, text messages, yes.
You asked for child.
Okay, that's one way to look at it.
That's what happened.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, so here I found it. So so let me show you where I'm at with this. So it's a 53-minute video. I'm at the 40-minute mark. I only got 13 more minutes, right? So it's like almost 4 million views in this. So I won't share too much, but just to let you know what we're doing.
I've been writing stories about Atomwaffen and talking to insiders for nearly a year. And it seems like the group has been paying attention.
So this is a journalist who's been investigating the Atomwaffen group. It's a American like Nazi party or regime or group. Okay, very dangerous in America. I mean, I'm gonna put this link in the chat, like especially for the conspiracy theorists. This is something, if you believe this white supremacy bullshit and blah, 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 then you really need to watch this. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Why not be educated thoroughly? Why everything you got is like connecting dots and pseudo shit? Just false stories altogether. Let me put this in the chat. You gotta watch that for real. All right.
From federal prison, Atomwaffen founder Brandon Russell issues a thinly veiled threat to former members, people he believes are leaking information about the group.
A lot has transpired in the years since my incarceration. Because I've become a prisoner of war in this war against society. To all of those who abandoned ship,
Some Bible terms go to you. All right, yeah, some fake dude locked up. He only got 5 years, but you know, he's acting like he's some mafia boss that gets to get shit done. All right, whatever. Because they seem to be like these Black Panther Party or these Black revolutionary groups. They're not as tightly packed as other groups will be. So the White Nationalist Party is just as goofy and sloppy as these Black nationalist parties. They just let you know they're both goofy and no loyalty, and they snitch. Same shit, in-house fighting. They're the same way. All right, because they're thieves, and there's no honor against thieves. They're stealing from their own people.
Adolf Hitler once said, "There's no room in this world for cowardly people." So there's certainly no room for you in the Atomwaffen division. Same goes for all the pathetic rumor spreaders, opportunistic parasites, and any other traitors. The sword has been drawn. There's no turning back.
All right, so that's the founder of this, and they're young. They're young people. They had sent members into the military to get military training, how to make bombs, you know, how to clear out a room, all this goofy shit. But they seem to be a little more serious than these Black revolutionaries, because they're out there getting real training. They're not taking photo ops with a rifle in a damn pool of water underwater. They're not doing that. They're actually getting real military training. They're advocates for joining the military to get real training. There are also a bunch of young white boys who are recruiting older vets, right? Old military vets for leadership guidance and also the training. So this journalist has notified certain armed forces, right? Certain military forces about these people. And like they got some of them, and like he named names. So he didn't just say, hey man, there might be some white supremacists in y'all ranks. He actually named names, like who to go and profile and look out for. And the military has expelled some of those people. Court martial expelled some of those people. And also there have been gun ranges where they go to learn not just how to shoot a gun and goofy shit, but there are gun ranges in America that's like for the elites. So you want to, so people can shoot, right? Go to gun range, shoot, practice your targets. But there are gun ranges just for the elite. It's the next level up. If you want to be elite in your shooting and training, you pay money, you're part of the club. So this journalist has also mentioned those names to these gun ranges, these farms, these gun farms, these camps, and they banned these people. They let them know like who they're affiliated with and why they're coming there. They're coming there to exit, you know, to bring the country domestic terrorism. You dig? So they got them banned. But it's this not the FBI. The FBI took a blind eye. Local, state police enforcement, blind eye. So the one-man journalist is out there making aware of these white supremacist groups. Now, this guy who's doing this could be indigenous Black man. But this is why we don't take, well, I don't take these guys serious and I give them a hard time, because they're playing video games and they're watching football. Like, dude, but they're revolutionary only when the light is on. You dig? When somebody go live, they just all out black, like Sasha would say, just black. When the live button is red. Once that thing go off, these fools out there smoking weed, drinking, playing video games, watching sport, ain't doing shit. You dig? They not dedicating their life to this. That's why you can tell by their research. You can tell by their research. It's piss poor, it's lazy, and that lets you know a lot about him.
I learned the video was put out by the group's Texas cell.
So this is the journalist in this case. This could be, like I said, this could be one of these pseudos out here that really, if you really believe that white supremacy is a big threat to black people, this could be you right here. With a documentary, I got 4 million views, and you are on PBS, so you're taken serious. You're not looked at as a conspiracy theorist, an alarmist, all these fun words, pseudo.
Led by John Cameron Denton, who calls himself Rape. In 2017, Atomwaffen began barring its members from appearing in public demonstrations, but I find pictures from an earlier anti-immigrant protest. Denton can
That's them right there, still showing up.
be seen at the rally with a shotgun and a skull mask.
And these police officers, state, local, FBI, they know who these people are. And they give them a pass. They turn a blind eye. They give them actually not just that. They give them the head nudge, like, yeah, do what you do. And most probably because they're a white nationalist as well.
And then afterwards, posing with his fellow neo-Nazis, with his mask off. I get a tip that Denton may be attending a black metal festival here called Destroying Texas.
All right, so you see where I'm at. This is 53 minutes. I'm at 41 minutes. I'm at the 41-minute mark. So and this ain't even my thing, the whole conspiracy shit. But you see, like, I just watch it. I do what I say. Now, if I ask these conspiracy theorists, have they watched something like this or something like it? Answer is probably no. So we gotta help them be better pseudos, like Amber's trying to do, the Watcher try to do, and here we are. We back to this predator because this is also part of the anti, the pseudo conspiracy. But this is real. But again, they add lies, they connect fake dots, so it becomes a conspiracy theory. This is a real thing. You're watching a real predator who was trying to meet a young boy to molest him, allegedly, statutory rape him, allegedly, and change his life forever. And then the little boy becomes like him. I think they say, what's the percentage? What the? Wait, no. Here we go. 1/3 of people who are abused in childhood will become abused themselves, 33%. This is a lower percentage than many experts had expected, but obviously poses a major social challenge. So they thought it was even higher than that. Okay, so this guy was probably hurt as a child. Now he's hurting other kids. And this is usually seen when it's same-sex molestation. When it's like opposite sex molestation, that person is just sick. Like they never been really, most likely they haven't been hurt when they was young. They just got a sick fetish. They're all part of the same group.
I just feel like, you don't get the severity of this whatsoever.
I mean, I'm sure it's pretty severe, but
it's just
I'm looking for indigenous black men.
disgusting, honestly.
I
And
understand.
he says, what's a D pic? It's like, I don't really send pics like that. You say you like foot rubs. He says, yeah.
right.
You say, what do you want to do? Anything you want to do. He says, I don't know, I'm down for anything really. I want to suck your big sexy D. That's what you wanted to do?
That's what he wanted to do with the little kid.
Possibly.
The little boy. He even admit possibly.
Possibly. That was the plan. You said, I want to suck your big sexy D.
Necessarily.
That's what you said.
It wasn't necessarily anything but talk on the text at this point.
Either way. You don't think that's damaging enough?
Probably. I'm sure it
After
is.
that, and the foot rubs and everything else, and the requesting child feed and everything else.
Understood.
You don't think that's damaging?
I imagine it is.
You imagine.
So the link to that American Nazi, let me put it in the chat again, because this is a must watch, especially if you're in a community. Secondly, is if you believe white supremacy exists. That's a must watch. 53 minutes. I'm at the 41-minute mark. It's interesting. I didn't expect what I typically do is I jump video to video to video. So I might watch 10 minutes. Look at all these tabs. I might watch 10 minutes of this, stop it, 10 minutes of that, stop, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. That's what I do. But when that white supremacy Nazi, American Nazi one, it was so interesting. I watched 40 minutes straight of that. And then I finally stopped. I said, oh, stop.
Yeah. Also, imagine that he's not 15. I imagine I'm talking to you instead of him.
That's not lying. So anyway, so this guy right here. So this is what I mean by the conspiracy theorists in our community, who just are in the way of real changes and real problem solving. If you really believe that there was some child trafficking stuff going on, you would have these videos in your folder as a case in point, as a reference. It's like, yeah, listen, this thing is big. Look, and then when you so it's me showing it. I'm not into this stuff. So into like the conspiracy. So if you show, I showed about 20 of these minimum. That's enough to get somebody to catch. That's enough to catch my attention. Like, yo, yeah, man, this is an issue. 20 people from 20 different states. You dig? Go figure. Then you got 20 looking for the same sex and 20 looking for the opposite sex. That's 40. That's going to catch somebody's attention. Like, yeah, this seems to be a growing problem. They tell me more. You know, now you got the ears. But we're busy lying about curing diabetes. We're busy lying about curing HIV. We're busy lying about just ingesting viruses the way they are, and that's better than a jab. You dig? Like, this is what we're into. We're better off lying about, man, it don't make sense to get a job or create a business because all they're gonna do is shut you down. So you'd rather just be a gangbanger, you know, a bum. Like, you know, that's the logic that some of us have, and too much of us, in my opinion.
That's an assumption. I mean, you can think whatever you want to think.
Okay. I also think it would
We're a mediation
entrapment.
group, so either way, you don't even know what entrapment is.
How don't
you really
know?
don't.
I don't.
You really don't.
Okay.
We can show you entrapment.
Okay.
You want us to show you entrapment?
No, I really don't, because I mean, come on now.
You want us to show you
What?
entrapment?
No, I don't want to go to jail. Who wants to go to jail? I didn't really come here to go to jail.
Yeah, I bet you didn't come to go to jail. You came to get busy with a 13-year-old boy or a girl. It doesn't even matter. It don't make it worse or better. You dig? But a minor. That's the point.
Do you imagine you need help?
Yeah, those slippers look comfortable as hell. But the only thing about I can't buy these because your feet do not breathe. They sweat and, you know, no, that's why I like the Crocs. I need something where my feet can breathe. You dig?
I would say
I can't wear the thong flip-flops. The thong flip-flops where your two toes go, no. All that popping when you walk in, this thing popping. Now, I'm not saying pause or no homo, all those things if you do it. Do what you do. If you go, yeah, there's some people get it off. I'm saying for me, it might be my philias. It might be my personal philias I got to deal with and get over. I will admit that. I'm open to that. But for right now, today, I won't feel manly walking with the back of my footwear popping. You dig? I just won't feel manly. I'm sorry. And I like to feel manly. I'm sorry. Okay.
possibly.
Now you
after
realize
this,
you need help.
It's a possibility I need to talk to somebody. But what kind of help?
You know what kind of help you need. You need to go to centers. You need to go and figure out. You need to do some Google searches on
Yeah.
pet and
Okay.
the sexual attraction to underage.
Now, as a non-expert, I'm gonna go inky here. Okay, I'm gonna put myself in expert shoes. Viewer discretion advised. I don't believe there's any help for people like that. I think there's only two things you can do with those people: the jail cell or hell. The jail cell or hell. That's just what I think. My limited, ignorant mind, I think the jail cell or hell. That's all they can do with these people. There's no rehabilitation. There's none of that stuff. Again, jail cell or hell, but that's me being stupid. A person who don't have a college degree, probably got a 9th grade education. I mean, I finished high school, but that don't mean I got a 12th grade education, because I'm sure my education is inferior to another person that graduated high school. So I'm looking at it probably 8th and 9th, realistically, I'm looking at an 8th to 9th grade education with a high school degree. And I'm not really qualified, but I'm gonna put my inky shoes on and I'm gonna say that there's only two things you can do with these people: jail, cell, or hell. And don't forget, I'm a dummy, so don't listen to me.
Children, and do some deep dives into that yourself.
Okay.
That's what you need to do.
All right. It's good advice, and I'll take
And
your word on that. And I'll do that.
honestly, asking to suck a 15-year-old, rub his feet, when you have a foot fetish, so we know that's more for you. It's not just rubbing feet.
Okay. Right. You're probably right.
I am right. And a place we can go, he says not really, Walmart. You just think he's so sexy. So what is it with the kids that you think is sexy?
It's not the kids, it's that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a 15-year-old kid.
Well, no,
You
not
thought
a
they were
15-year-old.
sexy.
If anybody's good with unlocking phones, you can help me out a lot. I got a phone. I did when I bought one of those phones, you dig, the cheap price, but in good condition, just to find out later I got home, it's locked. You dig, you gotta unlock it. So, and I ain't trying to spend $150 to unlock a bad phone, because the phone probably ain't worth that much. So if anybody's skilled like that, let me know.
After I had seen him, yes.
Ma'am, the watcher, I need indigenous black man in attendance. Deep diving into himself is exactly what led him to this very YouTube unlock. Hey, I watched those videos, The Watcher. I'm trying to tell you, you should already, shame on you, you should already know that I watched about 50, and some are decent, but none of them deals with my issue. Okay, which is, and you bought a phone, not from the store, but from a store, but not from the actual brand new. But I also did buy I bought a Verizon phone from the store for like $20, and that's locked. They telling me I gotta get prepaid minutes for like at least one time. Buy prepaid minutes one time, and then when they run out, then it's unlocked. I'm like, get the fuck. But yeah, so I watched all those hack videos, spent all day. I got nowhere. I learned some things though, but nothing applies to what I'm trying to do. I got a phone, it's basically refurbished, brand new, and it's saying contact, whoever to unlock it. And once Verizon, if I try to contact Verizon, they're gonna know I'm not the original owner, so they're not gonna help me. So I just need one of those hacks from somebody who's actually can do it themselves. There ain't no YouTube. There's no YouTube. They're all trying to sell it. So YouTube, all those people on YouTube that they got videos, they're all wrong. And the people who actually can do it, they want you to pay for it. Okay, I know at a local store, minimum $100 to $150. This phone, I don't believe is worth that much, or it's probably worth that much. I might as well buy a brand new phone that's unlocked, Yeah, the hustle real. Yeah, exactly. So now, whether it's unlocked or not, it's okay because I gave it to the baby. But babies are slick, man. He don't want it. He want my phone. Like, stop. Come on, man. This thing is brand new, basically. My phone is old and cracked. Why you want mine? You got a brand new phone. Matter of fact, I wish we could change. I wish we could trade. You can have his old phone and give me that Android, that Galaxy. It's a Samsung Galaxy. Huge phone too. You dig? I would want that. I'm an Android guy. I hate iPhones. To me, I just don't like iPhone. I don't like it. I don't want to get used to them. And I got two right now, a 6 and an 8. And I'm good. The one thing I like about iPhones, I ain't gonna lie. I like the fact that whatever's like my iPads ring and my computer ring. So for the first time, I left the phone in the car. Not the first time, but I left the phone in the car. For the first time, I answered the phone through the computer, and it actually worked. I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of dope. So I don't mind one iPhone. I don't want two. I got two different numbers. I don't want two. I want an Android. I want an Android.
So you think 15-year-olds?
Not necessarily.
That's fine. No, you won't pay for your
I mean, not necessarily at all.
What?
What kind of sneakers do you wear and socks? I have a foot fetish.
Here. Take your phone.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
What does that do for you?
Turns me on, I don't know.
What about a 15-year-old wears sneakers and socks?
It's not a 15-year-old.
It is a 15-year-old boy.
Well, you're saying it like that because it is at this moment, but it's not.
It
that.
is.
But,
so I'm asking you, okay, a 15-year-old boy is whatever you want to say. What is that for you? What does that do for you?
It really doesn't do anything than it does for anybody
You
else.
asked.
For me. And it does the same thing if it was anybody else.
You said you have a foot fetish.
For anybody.
I'm talking about what does it do for you as an individual with a foot fetish?
It just gets me horny. I don't know.
So you wanted to know about a 15-year-old boy's feet to get you horny?
Not necessarily.
That's what you just said.
No. I didn't just say that.
You just said that knowing about their socks and sneakers gets you off. It makes you horny, and that's what you asked him for. You asked him for his size and for what kind of shoes he wears.
Kind of. It's not the same as you're making it sound.
Oh, okay.
To me.
You know the truth here, you know, and you can think whatever you want to think, but when you're here to meet a 15-year-old boy,
I mean, it's
to rub his feet and suck his, it is disgusting, and you know you're disgusting.
Yeah. It is what it is.
How does that make you feel to just know you're a disgusting
Terrible.
man?
Terrible. You know, make me feel good.
What you gonna do?
And I guess I need some kind of help. But
You guess.
yeah, never had that offered to me. Continue to say. I mean, it seems like it's the same.
Just, I mean, after, how long was this conversation?
I really have to talk about it. I can't tell you. From this afternoon until now, I guess.
That quick. It's just easy for you to just hop up out the bed or wherever you're at and just come here and meet a 15-year-old
It wasn't
boy.
easy because I wasn't going to.
After several hours of talking, not even a day, not even a full day, just hop up out of bed, come meet a 15-year-old boy.
You're only going to be happy half the time.
I don't really give.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I
No one
don't.
told you? It's true. What else can I tell you? Oh, that
It's
all your
disgusting.
feelings are created by your thought?
I agree.
That sounds like the more.
No, we're gonna go see what we really can do for you here. And
But you moving the needle. You moving the needle because the reason why I'm saying you moving the needle because before immigrants, any immigrant came here, black, yellow, brown, whatever. Before any immigrant came to this country, it was only black and white. So
I gotta make the video louder for me. You probably can hear it clear, but I can't. Okay, now let me share it again. All right.
minority, Dr. Claude Anderson said himself in 1970 he wrote the first affirmative action in Florida. So when he wrote that affirmative action, it was specifically for blacks. It wasn't for gays, it wasn't for midgets, it wasn't for brown people, and it wasn't for Asians. But what's happened is those terminologies in which the guys like the different people that we had that were fighting for us politically at that time has been co-opted so that everybody can monopolize. And now black politicians they can't fathom.
So is the freedmen organized as a political body?
Reparationists are organized. Like
you're not answering the question. Most people that we know, and if you study reparation, you would know this to be true. Everyone who received reparational compensation, they were organized, and that mouthpiece was able to bring it home for them. So what I'm asking,
Wait, is that me? Huh? Yeah, it does that sometimes. I can't stand that, man. I thought that was just to harken Bayline.
Is the freedmen organized as a reparation think tank and movement to bring it home?
Yes, we have various different, like I said, bro, we got various different groups.
People calling themselves freedmen.
Pause that. Let me go here real fast. I'm interested where he's going. So I really, so there's a documentary or movie called Woman King, and look, listen, if I'm a conspiracy theorist at this point, just let me know. But I just find it interesting that they keep, when I say they, let me be more clear because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Why is some people putting, like, it seems like there's an agenda for some people to put women in a male masculine role and men in a feminine female role? So I think for me, this is my opinion, I think the last thing we need to see is a movie Woman King, because every time you look up, if it's something homophobic, well, not homophobic, but LGBTQIA plus, and it has something to do with a male, it's usually black. Like they keep trying to, here we go there again. It seems like sometimes some people keep trying to make black men as a face of homosexuality, okay? And when it comes to a woman being masculine and strong and all these things, it appears to me that some people agendas keep placing the black woman as that. So the black man represents the LGBTQIA feminine man, and the black woman is going to represent the LGBTQIA, I guess, masculine woman. So the movie Woman King, right? And I'm telling you, for me, maybe it's just what I'm watching, and I don't know who I'm watching. It just appears like that. But let me know if y'all feel the same way, so I know I'm not tripping. But it seems like there is a true agenda to feminize men and masculinize, if that's a word, women, like black men, black women. Feminize black men and masculinize, however you want to say it, make black women appear masculine. Like it's like a role reversal, role swap between black people, black men and women. Let me know if I'm not crazy. It seemed like that with you too. When I'm saying you too, it seems like that in the public eye. Okay. And also like beauty. Like I want DJ Focus, like, but he's like in business. He gets too spooky, connect dots too. Like they be having good ideas, ma'am, and the watchers. Don't act like everything they do is just toxic. They be having good ideas. They just spoil the ideas with pseudoisms. Okay. So DJ Focus, he wanted to do something a long time ago before you even knew who I was. Before I knew who Unc was in Sonetta. He wanted to do something on the uglified black women, like how sitcoms and movies like are uglifying black women. Not just sitcom and movies, but just media period, TV. where was he going? He was saying that when you look at white women on Sports Center representing the race or whoever, The View, whatever you watch, they try to have the so-called American beauty standard white woman there to speak on behalf of white society when she speaks sports, whatever it is, politics, weather, whatever it is. But when it comes to Black women, and again, I know some goofy people gonna try to do the beauties and the eye to beholder bullshit. But listen, there's an actual beauty standard in America for Black women and Black men. So let's not do that. We can. I mean, we can rock, we can slap box, pull up. I'll send a link. But the women, the Black women that usually we go there again. Black women that are usually on these TV shows to represent beauty, right? Or I guess Black women, but indirectly they're representing beauty. Because if that's all you see, then that's what you judge the beauty based on that. The Whoopi Goldbergs, like the big, like, come on, like most Black women in the hood don't have an afro. Come on, man. They have a damn perm or some extensions or a wig, okay? But on TV, they all afros, you dig? Like, come on with this. And then like the look they got with the afro is not a beautiful, it's not an Angela Davis type look. It's not a beautiful or a Diana Ross. It's not that look. It's a, it's an unattractive look. Okay? But they're always there to represent, like Black beauty indirectly or directly. So DJ Focus one, I might have made more sense of it for DJ Focus. I think he went complete pseudo conspiracy theorist, but that's kind of where he was going to go with it. Okay, and because every Black woman with an afro is not unattractive. Every Black woman with locks in their hair is not unattractive. You got some beautiful women with short hair, with no hair at all, like Jada Pinkett. How, you know what I mean? The Jada Pinkett look. That no hair at all and look pretty. I'm gonna put you back in your playpen, all right? With your bottle, you keep it up. Because now I'm putting you down, I pick you up, you wanna go down? I put you down, you wanna get picked back up. So it's like, what are you doing? What? You gotta start talking. So you got a pamper with his onesie with the sneakers on. From the donation money, the sneakers. The sneakers cute. All right. So anyway, Tariq Nasheed could be a DJ Focus. He can but he's not. He's extreme, but he's not as extreme as he hides his extremisms. Good. And that's what indigenous DJ Focus and those people gotta do. They gotta hide the extremism pretty good. Yeah, cause I know Tariq's more extreme than what he appears to be. But he hides it well to get some type of respect from the media world. You dig? And that's what indigenous and those guys don't get. Like, yeah, you gotta hide your goofy extremism to some degree to get some type of respect. Because believe me, if he was as extreme as indigenous, he'd have got no donations for hidden colors or a museum. What do you? Okay, here I'm gonna give you this turkey stuff. You know what I'm doing. I just you know what I'm doing. You crying. You let me do it first, and then let me know if it's the right move. Let me play some of this. I ain't even do it yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on this beautiful weekend. What's going on, man? Hope y'all having a good week so far. Hope you guys.
80% of your child's brain is developed by age 3. How can we make the most of this important time?
You got this? Because I actually saved this this website. This is interesting. Talking about developing a baby.
Parents. Research shows that meaningful developmental experiences don't always happen on their own. We can help make them happen. That's why we created.
They were saying like these toys are created from like geniuses and ex-professionals catered to develop kids' brains. It's just let me click this link again if I lost it the first time. Let's click it again. But this is very interesting.
the Play Kits. So, what are the Play Kits? The Play Kits by Love Every are a holistic system to support your baby's brain development. They're created by experts, designed in-house, Montessori-inspired, tailored to your child's exact stage, and the only
every pair of pants with his food, man. I just dropped it in my pants just now. My God, man.
toys you'll need. Really. How do we know? Because we research, test, and fine-tune every toy to be your child's favorite. We dig deep into the latest child development findings and partner with respected child development experts. We design prototypes, then bring them into families' homes to make sure they're the perfect challenge at the perfect time. We don't stop until we know your child will have so much fun with each play kit, they won't even realize they're learning, but you will, because they're thoughtfully and durably crafted without...
All right, now her side view, like she might got something back there, but who knows? When she square up, it might be a different story.
Without flashing lights or loud noises to engage your baby's senses without overloading you. How do the play kits work? Sign up and sit back.
That's interesting. That's something I'll look into later.
You guys are going to have a great weekend. What's up, Teslin? I see you. I'm down here in Atlanta still. Shout out to all my ATLians. What's up, all hip hop? I see you in here. I'm down in Atlanta. My Atlanta people, let me ask y'all something. What are the malls? I need to go to the mall. I need to get some like a jacket or something. It gets a little cold out here at night.
By the way, in business, you got maybe 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, and I'm going Spanish next. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this live. This is 18 minutes, basically 19 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna give this 19 minutes to pull up. If you don't pull up by then, I'm gonna end this live after this video, and I'm gonna do my Spanish.
What malls are cool out here? You know, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into the wrong mall, and you know, what malls are good in Atlanta? I don't know nothing. Atlanta's totally different. I'm downtown, and it's totally different. You know, you walk off in some place, and it's Bussyville. And not that I have anything against that. I just don't want to go to the wrong spot, and people think that I'm, you know, I don't want to go to the wrong spot where there's different types of activity that I'm not really trying to get down with, you know, because sometimes some of these malls be pickup joints. and I'm not saying it's good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not saying good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anything, but some of these malls, some of these places you go to are quote unquote malls, but it ain't about the mall, it's about balls. They should call it balls, because that's what niggas in there looking for. And I have nothing against that, but I just want to know where I'm walking into. I just want to know where I'm going. Not to judge anybody. I just like to know where I'm going. In Atlanta, you never know. You never know what you're walking into. So what's a good mall where I can get some player shit? Because again, you go to some of these stores that's supposed to be for men, and you know, they be having kitten heels and skirts for niggas. I don't want that. I just want some regular player shit. I just want regular player stuff. That's all I ask. I just ask for regular stuff. Not knocking anybody, not knocking any new things that you got going on. I just want some regular stuff, and I just want to know where to go in and go out without anything extra being going on, you know. So y'all let me know, my Atlanta people, let me know where I can get some regular player stuff, no kitten heels, no dresses, just regular player stuff at a regular mall. I can just go pay my money and come out with my pants up. That's all I want to know. Just real simple. Hell, I go to a TJ Maxx or Ross, wherever. Just let me know where I can get some fly shit. Anyway, man, let's get into what we're going to talk about. The movie The Woman King, it came out, and they're trying to spin the numbers on The Woman King, talking about, oh, it was the #1 movie because it raked in $19 million. But the thing is, there was no competition. You know, it came in during a week where there were no other real big movies out. So yeah, It was the #1 movie at 19 million, but that was a movie whose budget was $50 million. The budget for The Woman King is 50 million. So, you know, in the Hollywood game, you got to make 2 and 3 times that in order to really crack a profit. So they haven't even made half the budget back yet. They haven't even made half the budget back yet, let alone 3 times over the budget. You got to make the budget and then some in order for that thing to be a win. So Hollywood desperately wanted this thing to pop off because there's so many agendas attached to this. There's a lot of agendas attached with this movie that the dominant society has vested interest in promoting. One thing they want to promote is a gender divide. They want to show these women beating up on these dudes and the women don't need no men. They want that narrative. Also, they want to show the narrative of African people being major players in the transatlantic slave trade, so they can use that as a deflection. Like, hey, it wasn't just us evil white people. It was some of those evil Africans too. So go look at them. Don't look at us, look at them. And we ain't really buying that narrative either. We're not buying that narrative either. I've said this whole narrative that we need to look at the Africans and their involvement in the slave trade. Yeah, we acknowledge that, but that has nothing to do with our reparations claim. Yeah, we're acknowledging it. Yeah, there were some of those tribes over there that was knee deep in the game, but that ain't got nothing to do with the white supremacists, because your governments are still up, and your governments, you've absorbed all the resources from the slave trade. So even the little nigger trinkets that y'all gave them, you colonized them anyway, so you absorbed all of that wealth too.
Resume Now is America's top resume builder and is now free to start. Just click this video. Get your job 2 times faster.
So this is a wealth thing. They don't have no wealth, and the kingdom of Dahomey doesn't exist anymore. That's a non-existent kingdom. So I'm not focusing on a non-existent kingdom.
He ain't hungry. He don't read me his pamper change right now. And if I pick him up, you want to get back down. If I put him down, you want to get picked back up. All right. You about to cry to go to sleep. All right.
Kingdom like that when it comes to the reparations talk. See, this is why it's important to know history and to understand the social science aspect of this stuff, because they try to play these Jedi mind tricks. The governments that are still alive that participated in the slave trades right here, the United States government, they participated in the slave trade and grew wealthy because of the slave trade. And that same government is still here right now with the same debt owed. So that's who we're going to be looking to for our reparations claim. And some of the Caribbean brothers and sisters want to look at Britain, as they should, for their reparations claim. Britain is not off the hook. Now, if they can stop crying in the Caribbean enough over the damn queen to get their reparations, that's the problem. Y'all have a lot of people over there boo-hooing and crying because of the queen. So they ain't really trying to get no reparations because they think they're part of the British crown. But I digress. But the thing is with the Woman King, I saw something with CNN. They put out an article. They had one of their flunkies write this article on CNN. And they've acknowledged that this movie is basically a flop. You got a $50 million budget, you only rake in 19 million, and those numbers are going to dwindle in the weeks to come. So that's not a good look, but they have to spend it. So now they know that it's a flop. So CNN wrote a piece talking about, well, the people who were talking about boycotting it the most, did you notice that it was primarily black men? Oh Lord, here they go. Here they go. They always have to, if there's anything negative, they're going to have to dump it on black men. Now, understand, there was a lot of sisters who wasn't rocking with that joint either. A lot of sisters weren't rocking with that. Because again, one of the other agendas of that movie is that the black women just need each other. It was a lot of lesbian undertones in the movie, these women living amongst each other. And, you know, from what I understand, there's a lot of studdish undertones to the film. So that's another thing as far as agendas. Again, they had a lot of agendas they were pushing with this movie. It was very important for us to get on board with it, and we just didn't get on board with it in large numbers. We weren't really rocking with that movie because them trying to portray the homie tribe as some type of heroic group where they were just slaughtering other black people and enslaving other black people and decapitating other black people. That wasn't really heroic, and they were doing some real foul stuff. So they're going to try to blame black men. Oh, it's just every time the white liberals do this, when we don't want to rock with one of their goofy agendas, well, it's just the black men hating because y'all don't want to see the black woman lead. Y'all just hating on the black girl magic. Shut up. That's the same thing they did with Kamala. When people are like, hey, we don't really rock with Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris has a track record of throwing brothers in jail and, you know, ancestors in jail. Kamala Harris has a horrible track record with black people. Oh, y'all just mad because she got her zaddy. Y'all niggas just mad. She got a zaddy and she got some black girl magic, and y'all hating on her black girl magic. What black girl magic? That woman is East Indian. And her dad is a Jamaican, but that doesn't make him a black Jamaican. That man has never identified as black. So are we hating on curry girl magic? I see curry, I don't see black. What are you talking about? Let's stop all this. We got to call this stuff out. We got a lot of folks, and I'm going to get some of the family to chime in. I'm going to get some of y'all to chime in a minute. How many people we got in here? We almost got 1,000 people in here. Another thing, I put up a story down from down in Houston. There was a story from down in Houston, and it was a very heinous crime. This dude who was friends with this other guy, he killed this guy in front of his 2-year-old. It was some kind of money dispute. Then he took the car, from what I understand. I think he took the car and then left the car on the side of the road with the 2-year-old in there, and the 2-year-old child died. And, you know, they had the mugshot of the guy, and they reported this story and just showed the mugshot. And, you know, you read the story and you find out these guys are Nigerian. The victim is Nigerian, and the suspect, they're Nigerian. They're West African dudes. Then I corrected the headline to point that out. I'm like, hey, this non-FBA suspect did a heinous crime. And some of the tethers are all in the comments, extremely mad, saying I'm divisive for correcting the headline. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Tariq? Oh, you nigga, you hate us, nigga, you're divisive. Whoa, no. Well, how am I divisive?
I don't have. I need one.
By pointing out that these are non-FBA.
So you're right, no man. He has a front tooth growing in, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it.
How is that divisive? Because that's the energy you're on. Last week when they had the Emmys, anybody who had any kind of ancestry.
I made him a bottle. You can hear him eating right now. Turn that bottle up. I'm gonna take it from him. See what he say. Okay, here. All right, so the bottle is working.
That was non-FBA. Y'all emphasized that. When people were winning awards, y'all went out of your way. Shirley Ralph is Jamaican American. Such and such is Nigerian American. Y'all go out of your way to differentiate yourself. But when there's a heinous crime, everybody wants to fall back and let it fall on us. I'm not letting that happen no more. I'm telling y'all, I'm not absorbing nobody else's criminality. I'm good on that. If you're going to differentiate yourselves from us, do it all across the board. Don't dump your trash on Foundation.
I think it's about the damn movie, man. Talk about the movie, bro.
Question, Union County. Are you a fan of Joe Rogan? And did you catch his video where he said,
the sensory deprivation?
With that, we already have enough on our hop on. Growing Up Hip Hop, I think that's your name. What's up, brother?
Power! White power!
He's trolling.
Lord, and you ain't even white. How you got white power and you ain't white?
That's called trolling, bro.
I'm a Teda. You Wakata.
Now, how you got white power and your head is nappier than mine? What kind of stuff is that, brother?
I'm not black, nigga. I'm Dominican.
Yeah, so it's Goya power. You know, Not white powder. You mean Goya power. Goya powder. Okay, is that what you meant? Goya powder?
Oh, that's it.
Okay, well, stop yelling white power. You're not white. You meant Goya powder. You're gonna put Goya powder on your chicken and season it real good. All right. All right, man. Let me let you get out of here, bro.
I'm telling you, yeah, these co-leaders be funny as hell, man.
All right, let's see what else we got. Y'all raise your hand. That's what he meant. It was a typo. He meant Goya powder. Bless his heart. He doesn't know. Okay. And again, my Atlanta people, let me know what some of the malls out here, man, where I can get some fly stuff out here. Let me see. Let's get J Money. Let's get J Money in here.
I never seen this, so by the way.
J Money, hop on.
I was expecting a movie review.
All right, J Money.
Maybe you already done.
All right, okay, let's try this. Family, raise your hand when you're ready. Make sure your phone is good. Raise your hand when you're ready to get on, because that slows the whole game down. Let's get Bowman Lee. Let's get Bowman in here. I got to get J Money out of here. Let's get Bowman Lee in here. Bowman, what's up, brother? All right. Bowman or Dominique. Let's try Dominique.
What's going on, Tariq?
What's up, Dominique? How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm working. I just wanted to say this, man. Black people, we just got to realize that when they do stuff like this, you know, they want to sit here and say when they blatantly do this stuff, or even though really like rock with us. And
a lot of sisters do, man. They really understand. A lot of sisters are riders, so they really do understand. Eden Bowman?
To try to on us, you know what I mean? The agenda.
All right, so let me go back to Tarka real quick. See what he's talking.
It's different organizations, it's different people, it's an ideology. So when you got an ideology, there's no like in Philly on this freedom stuff.
Look at this black ideology statement right here. We need to do for ourselves like we did before integration. Nigga, what are you talking about? We ain't do for ourselves. Yeah, segregation made you dude, listen. So now here's the problem with these blackologists. So he said we need to do for ourselves like we did before integration. So in other words, segregation is better. So if you ask this blackologist, was segregation a good thing or bad thing? Like they'll be stuck. They couldn't answer because, like, well, if it was a good thing, then stop blaming white folks when they set up a society that you agree with, which calls segregation, which deny you and blackball you and from everything, all the wealth and education, you dig? So stop it, man. Certain cities, black folks, well, all cities, we were forced to, what actually segregation, really meant more so South. I mean, well, it was lawfully South. Whether they practiced that in the up north and everywhere else, who knows? But it was on the lawful books in the states in the South, right? In the southern states, all right? The segregation was part of the southern states law, all right? Which was against federal law. So it was a southern state law. Like marijuana, it's a state law, it's not federal law. So segregation was a state law, not a federal law. Okay. So my question to this guy would be, so you agree with the southern state law of segregation since you did for yourselves like you ain't do during integration with the law for the states to put up for black folks. It's goofy.
I'm the guy. Like it's people
just exchanging money hand over fist. Like stop it, man. Thanks, man. P. Oh, it's a hurricane coming. Oh, damn. That's that. And yeah, you right there. I know. Damn, I know you hate to hit a hurricane because some parts of Florida might miss it. You are never going to miss the hurricane, Deichman. Ever. Some places in Florida, Jacksonville, this one, that one, they'll miss it. You? You are never going to miss a hurricane, Dyson. You got to relocate. All right, so let's.
Like, I'm the guy. I got people like me.
My man, Tariq Nasheed appointed you. Look, you in.
I've been doing this before I even was on Tariq Nasheed. I was on June.
Hold up. So when you associated with Tariq Nasheed, you just fell in line because you was just doing it anyway.
Nah, see, what happened was I met people who were saying some of the same stuff I've been saying since 2015. And when I'm like, yo, this sounds like the stuff Dr. Anderson talk about, or this sounds like some of the stuff such as. So then once I found out that some people was saying they was reading the same stuff, and then people watched it, I'm like, oh, Sam, I heard a boy. I checked him out a few times.
He said
I
the
was
term
never
bull,
big on the
that means
YouTube
he's
space.
from
I was
Pennsylvania, Philly.
in college. I was watching stuff like Breakfast Club, and you see what I'm saying? But I was always reading and watching speeches. So when these apps started the pop, right? What you had was people coming together.
Yeah, I was in
these
Dallas,
socially
Texas.
engineered.
Wait, I forgot. Yeah, I was in Dallas, Texas when Hurricane Gilbert hit, and I was in North Carolina when Hurricane Hubert hit, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I know how it is, brother. Trust me.
Programs, if you will, like all of this stuff is socially engineered to have people in a similar ideology come together, whether it's governmental targeted or whether it's God, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a beam. But I'm saying that to say it brought people together who had the similar ideology. And there's a brother that I got in Michigan, there's a brother I got in Cali, there's a brother that I got in Florida who got the same ideology, and they need people to give them food. You know what food means. A hungry man and woman needs some food. So the knowledge is, you can get knowledge from this person, but the food that we given is the best dope in the game, because no black person have been getting legislation for black specific tangibles, and I don't know how long. The only thing that's black specific that has passed in the past few years is that you can now wear dreads now. You know what I'm saying? You can wear that a lot. Look, everybody else get money. We get hair programs and shit like that. My bad.
But why is it we always worrying about them giving us something? I mean,
it's not giving. We gotta fight.
What I'm saying is we need that too. But why is not the bigger fight us building something for us by us and fall into line with that fight?
Okay, so with Marcus saying that, but then saying this, is it this one? I don't think that's not this one, because I didn't really watch this one. Yeah, I didn't watch this one, not yet. All right, this one. I forgot the times.
Watch football all season long, live and cable free with YouTube TV. So try it free.
The experts agree. You need to have this one critical item on hand in a crisis. And
something like
well,
that.
I apologize.
I brought the FBI thing. For one to organize some sort of council, some sort of board, some sort of rank and file where the brain think tank can come and get the marching orders and proceed forward. Other than that, there will
those
never
things. Those things have to happen.
You got to understand political strategy. It's a political strategy. It's not about
I'm
winning.
talking about a political strategy also.
It's not about winning all the time. It's about shifting.
I understand that.
It's about give the example. What it's called?
I just told DACA. Hold on. The Asians are
gave it to him, or it's a political move. That's a
I didn't get it from voting.
Political move.
What was the political move that they made?
They defined freedom. So I always hear them say freedom, and then he finally defined it. And it was very interesting but goofy. So I'm trying to get to that.
Political move. Asian, what it's called?
The Asian hate crime bill.
Asian hate crime bill. Somebody introduced the bill, right?
Somebody
introduced the bill, right?
Somebody said coronavirus came from China and they gave him a bill. That was it. They said that it was for coronavirus racially.
Bill, it has to be.
I think his name is Paul. Of them, but it was a whole group of a few of them. What I'm saying is,
Kamala
No bills, and you saying people are giving them something, if you will, even if you don't.
I don't
care
where they from.
They have a machine work, and I'm going to show you evidence why. I'm going to show you and prove that my strategy has been proven to work.
Nobody cares about that.
I think
though.
your
They
strategy,
care about the
you can't show me.
And
okay, we'll see.
And you would never know the power of it.
Politicians do that and all that.
Like
There will be
Harkin
politicians.
also does a great job of hiding his extremism, and I'm trying to find it right now for you. Straight bogus.
There will be politicians.
Go ahead, bro.
There will be politicians in the Senate, in the Congress, where there's a bill that's being passed, and there will be certain politicians that don't like what's in the bill that just don't vote at all.
But guess what?
As a strategy. As a strategy.
Okay, but guess what happened? You're dealing with two different political platforms. We're talking about a grassroots platform, and then we're talking about the strategy. Listen to me.
I'm using the platform as an example.
They can hit a deadline when you with a political education away. Have no better strategy, but in a local district, right? Every time you buy something, you pay with this, and you put this over here. When you refuse to have a political strategy, you give this away. The point is that there is no money besides the money that you put there. So who in their right mind would put money here and not come up with a better strategy to bring it back here?
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Let me get it to you.
Anybody?
Every time, wherever you live at, you pay taxes, right?
Right.
Okay. That's your money.
Right.
That's all of your community's money.
Right.
Without you participating in local politics to go get the bag, you gave your money away.
I don't disagree with that.
Is to your numbers to get the bag.
I already agreed with that earlier.
So any other argument that we're talking about withholding the vote, now you give the scenario about this upcoming election. Now that's neither here nor there. What they call Jewtown. Jewtown asks for money. Now the business owner, they'll pull it out another highways over and over. What they're trying to do is get rid of the money, and so they reallocate. You claim that and you give it back to the. My son caught me in a moment, right? Look, so I'm working, right?
That's how hard you're working.
This what I'm talking. This today. Now this was unplanned.
Unplanned, and you record it, sure.
It's about building, but it was like shit. But the whole thing in the nutshell ain't got nothing coming, bro. Off the internet. I mean, like a Tariq.
It can't stay on the internet.
But ultimately, he's going to have to delegate those to organize. If it's going to be a political organization, if it's going to go bigger than a conversation,
look. That's like saying, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans. You guys are all going to be Jamaican. Somebody has to organize all of you guys to get on this, to do this political movement. That's people who are just like there could be groups of us who do the same thing.
Is that even in the Moorish paradigm, there is no cushion. It's all about, what I mean no cushion, that once the camera shut off, everyone that claims this Moorish, this Black Power, this FBA, they go back to their lives. They go back to their struggle. There is no contingency plan after the internet shuts down. It's just hype, inspiration, feel good, but there is no contingency plan. That's where the problem is. That's why I like this conversation.
So that wasn't.
What would that be?
Damn.
Ragtag situation that's going.
Don't follow real men don't follow it.
we're still building, right? We're still building as we're doing.
What's being built?
But we need an economic gain immediately.
What's being built though?
You said what?
I said what's being built?
People have.
Oh damn, the farm
people
thing.
got farms. People got
next to schools.
But what I'm saying is this:
Yo,
wouldn't be the
I
bigger
don't know
fight
when
be
Black America will
self-preservation?
stop thinking in its industrial society, building a farm, getting a farm together is progress or something great. Like, leave the farm alone, okay? If 1, 2, 6, 10, 20 individuals want to get a farm, go ahead. But that's not something for the bulk of us. The farm is something that if you want to do, that's in their heart, go ahead and do it. But that cannot be part of the strategy. You don't need a farm. You just need land. You need a house with some land. That's it. And you don't, it's not your obligation to feed Black folks, and you damn sure ain't gonna do it for free. So let's stop with the farm shit. Because when we hear the word farm, we think of like free food. No, they're gonna charge you dumbass too.
Because if they never give us anything, at least we have something that we built ourselves.
Yeah, but you gotta follow me and then go back again to the original point that I was making from the beginning. It's two movements that's going down. There's a social and then there's a political movement. So the social movement is exactly what you're talking about. But the political movement gives us the economic empowerment immediately.
I get that. So where is the freedmen that are building? Let's talk about them. Where they at?
Well, I ain't gotta say names and nothing like that. I'm just
saying.
saying.
I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is this. We look at, you know, Russia is talking about they don't care if they got to drop nuclear bombs on the Ukraine. You know, they talk about that real heavy.
Right? That.
Okay, so you have other countries that are watching that could, if it ever came to that, could be involved. And you know that's really going to affect us in a way that we've never seen in history before.
Yeah.
Because we know that, shouldn't we be preparing whatever we can, putting think tanks together to preserve our kind as well? Fight for this too, because
that's church, bro.
What I'm saying is,
that's church. Like my old.
Okay, all right. So go tax breaks from a farm, but I don't like. We got to get out of the farm. Like the farm concept, I believe came with Elijah Muhammad dumbass. Like we got to stop with the farm talk. We don't need a farm. We're in a first world country. We got grocery stores. You don't need a farm. You need better things than a damn farm. You don't need a farm. If that's in your heart, that's a passion, go do it. Okay? But to use that as a strategy for some goofy liberation bullshit, that's goofy. So the farm talk is for those who believe they need to be separate from America. So no, ma'am, you gotta understand that. The farm talk comes from Blackologists. And it's because they believe they need to be cut or set apart from America. They would, and Tariq Nasheed, I mean, not Tariq, Taharka said that. And I was trying to find out where he said it at. It's going to take a little while for me to find it. Probably next live I'll have it. But he said that. He said liberation for him is to be able to produce everything yourself without the dominant society help. Okay, and that's the Blackologist ideology. No different from the white nationalists. That's how they believe. Okay. But the rest of the world, they're going to supermarkets, they're going to like their marketplace. They're not trying to build their own farm. That's a white nationalist, Blackologist talking point. We're in the first world country. People are doing the work for us. We could just go to the local supermarket, Walmart, whatever, buy the food, go home. We could store food, store canned food. They did it for us. We're a first world country. We're not third world. We don't got to sell lemons on a damn street corner. Okay? So the farm talk is just stupid. Unless you desire to be a farmer. That's what I'm saying. I think people are potentially taking the purpose of the farm. Exactly. I'm telling you, like they, no man, I don't believe you're aware of like the Blackologist like cult groups, but they look at the farm as freedom from America, like a state within a state, a government within a government, a nation within a nation. That's how they talk. And I think that's what you're missing because you can't fathom that type of stupidity. But yeah, like they really believe that they could set up a state in this country apart from American states, like the Native Americans. Like that's what they want to do. And they want to start from ground zero. They want to reinvent the wheel. They don't want to leave. They don't want to take advantage of what their ancestors started. When I read the books, Slavery by Another Name, you see that our ancestors, free labor, were responsible for damn near all the steel, all the coal mines, that type of stuff. So why would we give them that free labor, hundreds of years, straight convict leasing, slavery, and just say, nah, y'all can have it. Y'all can have the free labor. We're gonna start from fresh. We're from ground zero. We're gonna make everything ourselves. We're gonna be 250 years behind. Okay? You take advantage what your ancestors left behind, the starting project, which was the physical labor that led to this technological era where we're in now. This is thanks to our ancestors. This wouldn't be here without the ancestors' footwork. So this is the result of this is the end result of the ancestors' work. So we're gonna start from here, not from ground zero, not from 1600 or even 1900. We're gonna start here, okay? And make something from here, where STEM is at now. We're not gonna try to go back and figure out all the elements on the periodic chart. That's goofy. And that's what they wanna do. They wanna start all over without the help and assistance of white folks. We're gonna do it ourselves. But then you go do that, and they haven't produced anything.
Told me, he said that.
But all the first worlds, no man, prefer a life of convenience. Third world countries have no choice but to sell lemons and farms, get a farm. They don't want to do that. They'd rather just chill out. That's why they come over here, they'd be happy. They could just work at a factory, come home and kick their feet up and drink lemonade from lemons that they didn't grow and pluck and squeeze themselves. To them, when they come over here, they're living like kings and queens for real. So Black folks talk that king and queen shit, but we think we're living like slaves over here. But when other people from third world countries come over here, they feel like they're living like kings and queens when they come over here. So they're the real kings and queens in modern day time. Because the labor they did in their country, they no longer have to do. It's already done for them here. So they kick their feet up. Yeah, like the farm is definitely taken out of context, and it's our, we have to understand, we have a right-wing group in Black society, and we have a far-right group in society, and you're listening to it now. We have an extremism in our Black society. We have extremists. The FBI told you that. Black identity extremists. Radical, goofy thinkers who think Black folks are going to die tomorrow. You hear it from people on the panel. Kim Charles, like, there are people trying to kill us all the time. These are the people who believe they need farms. They believe in the chemtrail theory, which has been debunked 1,000 times. It's garbage. They believe, all this other poisoning going on. You heard Inky, the melanin, and foods attacking the melanin. That's what they believe. This is why Inky trying to have his own farm, Farrakhan, own farm, because they believe all white folks are evil and they're out to kill you, and you can't trust anything they produce, anything really, but definitely nothing you put on your skin or in your mouth. That's how they believe. So they got to do it themselves. So you're going to have a Dr. Ali Muhammad who's going to go to Kenya, go get a pseudo pill called Imulin, rename it Immunex, and say this terminates HIV and AIDS. It's going to cure you. Okay? Because he said, we got to produce our own medicine. But a white person produced Imulin. He renames it. Now, actually, a white person, that's not the name either. I forgot the name of the company. But I told you, I work at a factory company where we manufacture the product, but we don't sell it. Other companies buy from us and they sell it, and they put their own name on it. Imulin or Immunex. We don't care. Just give us the money we're producing. Like how I read from the book I own, Slavery by another name. Remember, leading up to the Civil War, some white people stopped the plantation stuff early. So this was like transitioning into convict leasing. They understood that the plantation just cost too much money. It's for rich white folks. It's not for the average white man. So you had white folks who just became breeders. They ain't trying to supply the slaves with food, clothes, nothing. They breed the slaves, you buy them from them, or you lease them from them. Actually, you lease. He breed the slaves. He ain't trying to take care of them at all. Feeding, clothing, food, clothes, nothing. No shelter, nothing. He breed them, you lease them from him, and then you give them back. You can't hurt the slave, can't harm the slave, can't cripple the slave, can't do none of that shit. Or that if that slave was crippled, you have to, like the white guy who crippled the slave or responsible for that, he really suffered because he had to take the slave place, some shit like that. So it was like a real deal. Like, don't you damage my product. You bring it back as I brought it to you, or as you took it. So yeah, listen. We gotta look at talking points for the conscious community is always stupid and pseudo. And I was going to challenge something else. It'll come back. I had an epiphany, a talking point from the conscious community. I said, let me challenge this shit too, because everything I challenge turns out to be wrong. Okay, so it was another something that's a talking point that's already mirrored from the conscious community. And we believe it because it's been told to us and said out loud since we were young kids. We believe it. When you look into it yourself, it's bullshit. So I'm going to think of it. It was a talking point that we just always believed. Anyway, finish the video.
Building land.
Off subject, but I found out my son has a trans girl in his class here in the 7th grade. Wow. That's crazy. 7th grade. Yeah, I you know, that stuff, the trans thing, 7th grade. I mean, I wonder, at that point, I would have to ask, like, what's his ethnicity? Like, is he white? Is he non-Black American? Is he Jamaican? Because I just don't know if American Blacks are just going with that. So for me, I would have to know, like, if he's looking like he's Black, is he quote unquote FBA or is he another Black? Because look, in order to get Black Americans to buy into this, they have to let either kill off or let the current Black men and women die off. Like me, I'm 44. I will never adhere to that bullshit. So they're like, okay, so what? You're gonna die soon. And people after you, they'll be born into it. So it's foreign to you, Mr. Harrison, but it's gonna be normal for people who come after you. So we don't need you to accept this stuff. You're gonna die off, nigga. And your personal bias and like bullshit is going with you. But the kids after you is going to be born into this as though it's normal. This trans shit. So they won't be as oppositional as you, Harrison. So fuck you. We ain't trying to convince your stupid ass. And that's my reverse mentality on niggas. I'm not trying to convince no nigga 30 years and older. Screw you, hope you die, I hope you go to jail for the rest of your life. I'm not dealing with you, man. I'm dealing with the 20-year-olds and younger. So I got the reverse psychology, you dig? He's Caucasian. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but again, like for your son, that's like normal. It's gonna be normal to him. But for you, it's like it's not normal. And for me, I mean, older you, so it's really not normal to me. And whoever's older than me is not normal to them, like it's even worse. So for your son is like normal, and that's what they want. They want it to be normalized, and it can only be normalized with time. They need generations to be born while this is happening. But listen, that's not always bad, because look at white supremacy. When Black folks being integrated, there are certain whites who would never accept integration. They don't give a fuck. They'll violate your rights and everything. They don't give a shit. They'll never accept a black person as equal or allow them in their stores. But guess what? Society knew they would die off. And they would have kids, no matter if they're born in a racist house or not, they have racist ideologies or not. You know, that kid will be born into an integration period, integration era. And that kid is going to see black folks always integrated in white society. So his racism become like a little skewed. But as for the parent whole life never seen black folks integrated in white society. So it's just easy for them to hold on to their biases and their prejudices. You think so? So they don't. So people with the agendas, they don't give a shit about the current black adults living or any adults, white, whatever living. They know you're gonna die off, and okay, we'll wait 20 years, but it's going to be accepted because your kid's gonna grow up in this, and it'll be normal to them. It'll be normalized, and that's how it's done.
All to yourself.
Y'all been saying this for 30 and 40 years. We trying to do that right now. That's the difference.
No. I'm not saying it. I'm putting a proposal together. I'm saying that if they are talking nuclear weapons, if they are talking destroying this, that.
So now who's the they? Again, we learned from Spanish that before you say ellos, before you say ellas, you need to tell us who the noun is. Okay? Who the person, place, or thing is before you go to subject pronouns. You cannot start off with subject pronouns. Okay, so when we start talking on this platform, we start saying they want to kill us. No, that's not how it works. That's poor English, poor Spanish. You don't start off with subject pronouns. You start off with the noun, and then when the noun's understood, then we go to the subject pronoun, okay, or subject pronouns. But he's saying they from the door. Look at this guy.
Talking nuclear weapons, a proposal together. I'm saying that if they are talking,
all right, maybe he said who the they was, but just for for our personal records, you cannot start off a sentence with the assumption that the they is understood. Make the they understood by giving us the noun, and then you go to subject pronouns.
Nuclear weapons. If they are talking destroying this, that, and the third. And our total energy is concentrated on trying to get something out this European. We should, don't get it twisted. We are owed.
I got the ski mask in the back. It's a sticker. I got the ski mask.
This is that. We are owed these things.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a person or a group that has methodically killed, raped, pillaged, have done everything in the world.
All right, okay. So he's condemning the whole race. Okay, I got you.
The government have co-opted hip hop. Have government.
The entire race as one person. They co-opt. So now we know who the they is. It's the entire white nation. All of the different people. As Stu Pease eloquently showed us that there's a difference. The Germaniacs are different from the Romans, and Romans different from this people, and this people, that people. They all think different. They all got different agendas, but Tariq Nasheed's going to, not Tariq, Taharka's going to tell us it's this one snowball of white folks. This snowball is all white folks. Like, dude, stop. White folks, like, does anybody have history or any type of information where white folks all agreed on something? They always warred with each other. I just read the rise of Japan in 40 to 50 years of superpower. America turned a blind eye and let Japan kick Russia's ass. Okay? But Russia's white, America's white. Why would they do that? You see? So white folks have agendas against each other. They're not this one big snowball or small snowball where they all just bleed the same shit and they just go on to get along. No, look at Russia and the United States now. Look at Russia and the European nation now. They're not getting along. They're not agreeing on the Ukraine debacle. No. They are disappointed in Russia's action. And Russia is disappointed with the European nation non-actions, you dig? Or actions, well, getting involved. So we got to stop this white, or even with Africa, we say Africa like it's one collective thought. You goofy niggas, I just read about why Africa's poor. These countries disagree with each other. They're warring today. These governments war with each other. They get the money from the Western powers and they strengthen their army when the money is supposed to strengthen the economy. They strengthen their army and then they protect the rest of their money with the guns and weapons. And then they beat up other countries that don't have as many weapons and they take their resources. So Africa is not even one big snowball.
So let me jump in real quick. Government, we don't go out there.
What I'm saying is, our energies should be for self-preservation first, in conjunction to that fight. Because what I keep hearing from FBA is they giving people this, they giving immigrants that, and they giving they. But I don't hear we are building this alongside of fighting for that.
Let me say this. First of all, the only reason they're giving immigrants anything is because we forced them to do it. We forced them. Back, I told you, 1965, the Immigration Act was started through the Black American movement getting civil rights. Now, we should have been fighting for power. That was our mistake. We're correcting the mistakes of the past right now because a lot of our old heads didn't do what they were supposed to do. Let's get it real. So because they didn't do what they're supposed to do, we are way behind and we have to get organized. So in these social media spaces, starting with that, then we meet in person. We've met in person, and the thing about it, we got to get our tech guys together. We got to know how to get clean energy. We got to get those people together. We got to get everybody aligned to do that. The thing about it is we're so behind the race. Wait. The race, if you shot the gun at the Olympics, the black man hasn't even moved yet. We're just moving off the line, and you want us to catch up at the front.
I'm only asking, brother. I'm only asking. So the brother, the pale horse, and it's another brother in here. He's definitely FBA. He asked, what a Moorish building? Brother. Brother. The things that I'm building, I really don't put on the internet.
Oh my God. No, not that thing. Oh my God, not that. The federal government could find Osama bin Laden in a hole hiding somewhere with no internet at all, with people who will die for him not to be found. And this goofy nigga is gonna tell the viewers that the things he's doing is not for the internet, so therefore it's more quiet off the internet. Nigga, like, are you serious? I mean, it depends. Are you hiding it from black folks or they? If you're hiding it from black folks, then yes. If you're not saying it over the internet, the World Wide Web, then black folks won't know. But if you're hiding it from the so-called they, nigga, whatever you're doing that's going to disrupt this society, you ain't hiding that thing at all. You can't hide things 20, 10,000, 30,000 miles away from this country. But you're going to hide something right in their backyard, you fool. And I hate when black people do that. No, it's not for the internet. I won't save it on the phone. Like, nigga, shut up.
Don't put on the internet, brother. The things that I'm building, I really don't put on the internet.
You ain't building shit. Stop it, bro. You ain't building shit. Just say I ain't building shit either, man. Come on. The average black person ain't building shit. Like, come on. This is when the goofy talk start happening. Like, you ain't building. Nobody's building shit significant. Stop it, man.
But I've shown. Hold up. But I've shown it. I have a center here, the Moorish Science Temple of America Unity Hall, so we can have a think tank. In order to obtain political power, I have a wing of the organization.
Listen, we'll take you serious when you go get your education up. Upgrade your education, we'll take you serious. We're not taking Taharka Bay, the Moorish Science Temple, Grand Wizard, whatever you call yourself, on that. That title doesn't impress us. Like the people who want to see credentials, that doesn't impress us. Go upgrade your education and come back, we'll take you serious. But as the Grand Wizard of the Moorish Science Temple, no, you can't take it serious. The education is limited. You don't know shit. You're in the same basket or the same bucket as us. All right.
Called the Alliance for
He building a bridge to get over himself. That's all black folks doing. That's all black folks doing. That's all you can do. Because look, he sees America as a threat, an op. That's not how I see him. That's not how I view America. So therefore, how can he help me? How can he build something for me when our visions are different? The average, so don't focus on me. Oh, bias, you cool. The average black person do not see America as an op, a death trap, a country that's trying to get and kill black folks. That's not true. That's why we're finishing school, we're getting jobs, and we're trying to be great. Okay, we see this country as the bulk of black Americans see this country as an opportunity to be great. Okay, so when you come along with this, y'all got this plan to save you. We like, nigga, you trying to be Harry Tubman? Like, dude, stop, man. I'm good. I'm like, yo, we're in a plantation. Like, dude, that's where he's coming from. He's coming from that angle. Like, yo, everybody black is on the plantation still. And I'm coming to save you with Moore's world science as the Grand Wizard. Like, dude, stop it. Stop it. But not just him, Tariq Nasheed and Shaka Atmos, all of them come with that same bullshit. Like that they come with the Harriet Tubman answer. Yo, come over here. And that's how white nationalists think. That same documentary I showed you, I was watching, The Rise of the American Nazi. Where is it? Because I don't think Ms. No Ma'am seen it. It's right here. And whoever chimed in late, that you didn't see this. This is a documentary that every black identity extremist should be watching. Every black conspiracy theorist should be watching this. Every black person that we call pseudo, that is pseudo, should be watching this.
After a year of tracking Adam Waffen online, I have a chance to...
Okay, so Adam Waffen is the growing...
After a year of tracking
Adam Waffen is a growing white nationalist group. It's a American Nazi group that's trying to be the Fourth Reich. If you ever heard of the Third Reich, I got that book. They're trying to be the Fourth Reich. The Third Reich was with Hitler and his regime. They're trying to build a Fourth Reich, and they're so far. They're like Harker Bay. They ain't built shit either. Okay, so he's tracking them, this journalist.
Adam Waffen online, I have a chance to confront the group in person. If I do find them inside the club, I'm not sure what to expect. The show is packed.
This is heavy metal's outdated, obsolete, and they stay listen to this shit.
Most of the concert goers look like typical metalheads, but I do spot a few obscure neo-Nazi patches on some people's clothing. I find Rape drinking outside, along with two other Adam Waffen members I recognize from my reporting.
Hey Rape, I'm AC. I wanted to come out here and talk to you about Adam Waffen.
No comment.
No comment?
No.
Not gonna do an interview?
No.
Are you worried about going to prison?
Nope.
Adam Waffen members stand accused of multiple murders, and their propaganda is filled with violent threats. But after all of the online posturing, Rape and the others aren't physically intimidating.
I came here because I wanted to talk.
And they are far less aggressive in person than the skinhead gangs I've followed in the past.
So he made it his business, because he said the skinhead groups he followed in the past. What I'm saying is that this could be indigenous black men. You dig? Instead of sitting in a computer, playing video games, and watching sports, and entertaining conspiracy theories, get out there and connect the dots. This is called connecting dots. If you're gonna connect dots, so now he put himself in an expert position. Because if you watch this from the beginning, I'll put the link in the chat again for these niggas, okay? Everybody should watch this. You're gonna learn a lot about the growing threat to black folks. You dig? Okay, so
Hey, Jeremiah.
Hey, how are you doing?
I met Rafe out at a metal show in Texas.
How'd that go?
I was kind of surprised because they talk all this violent stuff online, but they were just kind of quietly hostile and seething.
That figures. If they were wanting to do something violent, they wouldn't do it publicly. These guys, they're not stupid. They're not like
okay,
these skinhead
so
types.
he's speaking to an ex-member who's now an informant for the journalist. Okay, so he's giving the journalist insight about the gang, the domestic terrorist group, the white nationalist group, the American Nazi inner workings, right?
Jeremiah
he said they're not the
says I
skinhead
shouldn't
types. So now you see the skinhead types are more violent, like they're more going to attack you if you approach them like he just did, the guy named Rape, R-A-P-E. The way he approached him, he was like quietly hostile, just like stared him down, didn't really pose any physical threat. He didn't try to intimidate the journalist. But he's saying the skinheads is a different story. They're more buck wild. If you approach them like that, they're gonna probably assault you or at least attempt to, or show you that they're about to. So that's what he was saying. Like he said, the skinheads are way more aggressive, way more intimidating, but this Adam Waffen group were just geeks on the internet who will murder you, but they ain't the pull-up type, put like that. They ain't gonna pull up. The skinheads will.
underestimate Rape. He has a direct relationship with Adam Waffen's intellectual leader, James Mason. Did you ever get to talk to Mason or meet him?
We heard him over a couple of voice chats. I never met him in person, though. Rape and Mason had their own little thing.
What kind of sense did you get of him when you were talking to him on those chats?
I thought he was a genius.
In propaganda videos, Adam Waffen say that Mason disappeared for 15 years until they located him. They pose for photos with Mason dressed in a Nazi uniform and celebrate their collaboration. I'm unable to find a phone number for Mason, but I learn he's living in the Denver area. Mason has no online profile, no social media. He doesn't even appear to have an email account. He spent time in a Colorado prison for menacing someone with a pistol. A bankruptcy filing from a few years ago reveals a solitary life, working at Kmart and living alone.
All right, so I'm gonna stop right there before I get flagged, and I'm gonna go back to Target.
Political accountability.
That's it. I'm trying to tell you, that's something that should be watched, but whatever.
Where our strive is to bring all of our people
all right, once
together.
You start talking like that, bring all our people together, you got some bullshit agenda. You got a bullshit project that will never come to fruition. You will never bring nobody to anything, okay? I read the Japanese, how they came together. They never could get everybody on court. And they didn't give a hell. What they did was they established leadership, government, and they said, these are the rules everybody got to follow or there's punishment. Simple as that. Simple as that. So everybody never agreed. Because all this, again, that's that Elijah, no ma'am, that's that Elijah Muhammad talk. That's that Garvey talk. Everybody's gonna come and kumbaya. Stop it. It's goofy. It's uneducated. You know, it's for an uneducated person. It's for a dummy. Like no real strategist would say, all black people gonna join. You already chalking off this group, that group, this group, that group, this group, that. You're already grouping everybody up and saying, okay, we'll probably only get 30,000 people. So for Elijah Muhammad to get 100,000, that was great. But nobody could do that again. Or even get close.
move as one to obtain local political power. That's
Right.
number one. Now, hold up. We also have been fortunate enough to have some land off. So if
Here we go with the
was,
land and something. I tell you, it's all doomsday stupid shit. So no, man, you see why there's land. Because if something was to occur, we can have access to this land. Like, dude, shut up, man. No weapons, no military, nothing to protect us. Shut up. You know, if you really had some land, you see the Ottawaffen group, they'll come through with their guns and everything like, thank you for this vegetation. Now move out the way, niggers, or die right now on the spot. Like, dude, stop it. If something was to occur, you're going to reap the benefits of what you planted, and poor white people just going to die and starve and let you just keep that. Like, dude, stop it.
To happen by the will of Allah. If something was to happen, we have
See, it's always this doomsday doctrine. Nigga, it's safe to say we're a first world country. Again, no man got kids. The Watcher got a young one. And I'm sure other folks got kids. Okay? Your kids' kids and kids' ain't gonna see what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? We're the first world country that's getting better because it's becoming more diverse. Your kids are gonna, when you go away, depart from this earth, your kids are gonna go to college, they're gonna have kids, get married, and they're gonna provide and contribute to this world and this country. And then their kids, same thing. This doomsday doctrine, stupid niggas talking, this only comes from the Black identity extremists. No other Black American plans like this. Unless we see a forthcoming war. That's when Black folks are saying, okay, let's start, but no. We put away food for a natural disaster. That's why we store food, for natural disaster that can last maybe a month, or water crisis, things like that. We don't store away food for the end of the world like this stupid nigga is talking. Okay? We gotta stop the doomsday doctrine. I like Tarek Bey, share his videos, I watch his videos, but where he's going right now is a doomsday inky shit. Like, we gotta stop this, man. The polite talk.
So we can still fight for reparations. Now, people say, well, what about the Moorish representation? Moorish Science Temple of America is an organization. Organizations have received reparations before. Nations
not
and
because
organizations.
The Moorish Science Temple of America, or maybe so, but not if you're trying to say your roots start from Morocco. As a Black man American, you ain't getting shit, okay?
Now, I don't have to describe. Now, I'm the face of this.
That's why it ain't going nowhere.
I don't have to paint it and go all over the internet and tell my strategy. I'm telling you that I'm in the same fight. I'm in the same fight. And I have moved certain pieces around to see what it looks like coming to an organization.
Don't forget, he just said for all Black people. Nigga, you ain't moved the needle. There's 50 million Black folks in this country. You can't even get 100 Moors, Black American Moors, to your idea. The Moors differ all across the country. All right, so come on, stop it. Even the Moors don't even ride with this shit you talking. Because they got their own strategy, their own agenda, their own plans, their own salvation. Come on, man, it's goofy.
I.e., a nation of people that have been shattered, broke up, and partially destroyed. And under the banner.
We got a Sister Nanny sighting. Hold
on. Or broke up organization, i.e., a nation of people that have been shattered, broke up.
Sister Nanny says, H. Rat Brown said, oppression will organize the people. Are you prepared to protect and provide? Huh?
And partially destroyed. And under the banner or name, title, nationality, Moorish American, that's what we strive to achieve. Now, I would debate anybody on the legitimacy, the standing in law on Moorish American.
Listen, I ain't trying to debate. I don't know your doctrine, but I can hear you talk about your doctrine, and I can ask you questions about it, the standing in law. Yes, so I would like to be on that panel. You let people just openly question you about Moors and the law, the American law. Well, I would love to be part of the conversation.
Most people that study Moorish science only get the internet perspective and don't know
There is no Moorish science.
What they're talking about.
There's no black science, there's no white science, it's just science. It's retestable and it can be proven by anybody or disproven by anybody.
But I will give you receipts. Anybody can step up to debate me and say it has no standing, and we can get busy.
They don't have any standing, and we can get busy. But I'm not trying to debate because I don't care that much about it. But I just want to show that they don't have no standing. So I would love to be part of your panel. If Sister Nani, somebody can forward you this message. I would love to be there to show you how it has no standing in law. You're no different than the no license Moors. Y'all bases is Morocco, and that's garbage from the door.
But the point that I'm making is I am making some kind of strides. What I'm saying is I'm still in that fight for some reparations because we are owed that. However, if Katrina happened or if a nuclear bomb happened.
There we go, the nuclear bomb shit.
We need a place of refuge.
Yeah, you ain't got that, all right? If a nuclear bomb happened, ain't nobody got that. Matter of fact, I watch shows on what to do with a nuclear bomb. Like, it was kind of scary, but I watch shows what you should do. You got to stay low, and they want you to go to walls where radiation can't penetrate it, right? And just good luck after that, because you're pretty much going to be contaminated. You're going to die. Because radiation sits around for so long. You got to get low and you got to go near walls that radiation can't penetrate, like a freezer at Burger King, I'm guessing. But yeah, it got to be some thick shit or some sound shit. But man, we ain't ready for that.
How you going to keep up the fight if you can't preserve the people?
Okay, I don't know what fight you're talking about, but if a nuclear bomb happens to hit this country, who are you fighting? Are you fighting the ops who dropped the bomb? Who sent the bomb? That's the fight. You try to sneak a white person in the back of the head while the op is trying to kill both of y'all. Like, dude, stop it.
That's all I'm saying.
And I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm just the only response that I would have is it's been
somebody said where the headquarters of the Moors. General headquarters right now is in Baltimore City and Park Heights. Come holler at me.
See, and that's why it can't be honest discussion, because when you are the face of your movement and you believe, because right now he believes what he's saying is right, he believes what he's saying is right. See, that's not unbiased. You need somebody who ain't part of this shit, who don't have the answers, who's just listening and scrutinizing and criticizing answers, not somebody who has something set up contrary. Because no matter what he's going to say, he can't fully agree because he got his own shit set up. He got his own solution, his own agenda, his own narrative. So just by that, he's gonna, he can't fully say you got it. Because now you did something that I failed to do. So no, that's why I don't like when we have our discussions and sometimes no man put himself in the middle. I don't like that. It's like, no, stay out of it. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with your kids or the wife or wife. I don't want to deal with that. I want to deal with people I do not know, and I want to stay on topic. Don't put yourself in the box. I don't want you in the box, because once you do that, then I'm not comfortable continuing the conversation. Keep yourself out the box, make that box void, where we don't know anybody in the box. We're just talking generally and generically, and let's finish the conversation. Do not put yourself there, okay? Don't volunteer yourself there. I'm never gonna put myself in the box. I can't say never, but I try not to.
At me. What? Come holler at me. But be careful. There's Bloods, Crips, and not no Crips. There's Bloods and BGF right on the corner, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But come holler at me. We love you.
Look, I'm with you. Look, all I'm saying is,
man, I don't know why people. Hey, no, bro. You know I be ready to vent. Khalif, you know I be ready to vent if you watch the show. I don't know why people think I'm that's a YouTube guy.
So now you make it about himself, dude. Is not. We're talking about strategies. Come on, man.
Anybody's not that type of. Let me tell you for real.
Yeah, of course. You know, we chopping up. They call me Chef Curry in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? Like what you saying about the refugees with the refugee component is important, right? But I gotta throw out there that, you know, we've had these people that have been doing movement work for 50 years, 100 years. Everybody's been doing all of these things, right? And like you said, there's no place for us to come and build. There's no place for if a catastrophe happens. So part of our movement is lineage first, so that one, people know who they is, but then two, that economic gain that we get immediately. The Ukrainians got $50 billion in less than 8 months.
That's right.
If we get our money, if we get our funding for economic development and stability from the United States government, in 2023, if we just get $1 billion that goes spread across Black America in 2023, we can start to build up.
You see what's funny to me?
I'm not even saying that number as a reparation. I'm just saying
look at this guy here.
Development.
Afterthought media. He said religion is limited. How in the world is religion is limited and it's in the Constitution? If there any door with more room to move, it is the door of religion. It's that fake religion, and people don't know how to legitimize it through a legal standing to make it move for you. See, that's where you're wrong, because the right to bear arms is in there and religion is in there. How is religion limited? No. That quacky understanding of what you think is religion is. When you use religion as a legal construct to get some things done, religion is limited because it's in the Constitution. Freedom of religion. And yes, it is the system. But look at Derek Bradley. That's the one. He said, "Isn't it in the system?" Well, isn't FBA trying to get something out of the system? What are you talking about? It's ours that's in the system. Why not try to get it out?
We built the system.
Absolutely, brother. So people see, this is going to be the problem with FBA. People like Derek Bradley. This is going to be the problem. This is going to be the problem. Isn't that
light work?
But you gotta think about it. But you gotta think about it. There's a bunch of people on YouTube and that's on the corners that's telling people to not do anything with the system. And we're saying, okay, we're not doing anything inside of the system. We're trying to put on the ski mask. Extract the ski mask we get from the system. We put on the
ski mask. Come on, dude. You're not ski masking anything, my boy. You're gonna find yourself in one of those videos that I be sharing where the nigga with the ski mask and he's dead. All right, stop. You're not taking nothing. You're powerless people in this country. Stop it. You got to play the game and hope that white Americans agree with you and find a heart somewhere in their chest to say, yes, we should do this for Black people. Without that, ain't shit getting done. You're not ski masking anything. Okay, you're weak, defenseless people. Okay, stop it.
Taken from the system. But a lot of people, they're not used to that concept. So we teaching people along the way, yo, this was going down.
Let me read some comments. 504 piece. All right, so let me read some comments. Let's hold hands and fight. Hide and seek. They never left the land. They vacation on farms and in the woods. They left the womb. They've been doing extreme sports for fun. What happened with old girl that was on his channel talking about her kids got taken because of her. Right. They got to do an update. Okay, and if I were 4 checked in. Okay, why they can't collaborate? You definitely be putting yourself in the box. Yeah, maybe I do. I don't like to, but maybe I do like to. Apparently, if I put myself in a box, I might like to, but I shouldn't do that, right? Because I do catch myself with some anecdotals, and I should not do that. But yeah, okay. They don't call you that, buddy. That's cat. This side twin. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm telling you, they got all the answers, and I didn't want to say that, but he's acting like he do. Nah, I would say he's way more extreme than Sa, because Sa don't have an organization that claim to give answers. He does. That's the Moorish Science Temple of America, and that is that organization is just a private organization that has a personal agenda. It has no influence, and it will never ever have any serious influence on Black America or America. Okay, it's powerless. Nobody takes it serious. It's a personal organization, no different than a nonprofit organization that we can set up right now. Okay, and just beg for donations. The Moorish Science Temple of America is not influential in Black society because it's unrealistic, it's goofy. The ops to them are white people all together, one snowball. Liberation is complete separation. It's the regular night. Look, he's following a guy. Think about this. People who follow Farrakhan, people who follow Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey, you're following three individuals who were living in segregation. Okay, they were upset, rightfully so, about a segregated state. Black bathroom, Black water fountain, no Blacks allowed. Those are the leaders that they're following. They're outdated leaders. They have never ever experienced integration. Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey. So all your Pan-Africanists, your leader has never even fathomed. It was so far-fetched. These three leaders, where integration was so far-fetched, they never fathomed a society of Black and whites exchanging hands, commerce, love, whatever, friendship. They never fathomed that openly. Okay, we're talking about 1913. We're talking about like shit. Jim Crow just started basically. He ain't even fine-tuned. This is before the holes watering down Black people with the dogs, the police dogs. We're talking about before that. These guys, so their ideologies are far-fetched in the integrational era. So anybody holding on to Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, or Marcus Garvey, we cannot take them serious. We got to take leaders serious who are at least born into integration and have experienced integration for at least 30 years, goddamn it.
We've never done this before.
I believe what somebody said. Let me pull back. Somebody said this in the chat, brother. I think it was Angel. Peace and love. No. Aboriginal rap is legal and lawful identity of indigenous people of America. FBA is a hijack. No, I don't believe that.
It's
I believe FBA is a general term. I believe it's a general term that can be applied for those who, it's a new term, but it's a general term that can be applied and is being applied for those who are descendants of those who suffered from the atrocities of slavery and those that have been here before slavery. I get that.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, I get that. But I think when we associate those who already on the mission and boots on the ground doing something for reparation and say they FBA,
they are
causing confusion.
No, but they are FBA. All it is,
they are, but they're not FBA as it relates to what people see FBA is from the internet perspective.
And that's why it's a teaching mechanism. I said in the beginning, I said all FBA is a remix of Dr. Clark Anderson, Native Black American. So if these movements,
you know, one of the things, I love Claude Anderson. I love him. But you know, one of the problems that I had with Claude Anderson?
What's that?
Oh, you're going to talk about the ancestors. You're going to talk about the giants in our community. You know, one of the problems I had with Claude Anderson? He had all of this information that was very, very, I thought, and I continue to think is reachable. but he never organized around it.
Nah, that's because we had a bunch of ignorant niggas that was on anger.
People didn't organize. That ain't Claude's fault. People didn't organize.
Hey, brother, let me tell you something. When you bring the idea and you birth the idea, you must create the blueprint so it can be carried on. You can't
all the giants.
Let me say this. You just can't talk the blueprint. You have to example the blueprint. If you know, you must be what you know. Other than that, you're just pointing away. A pointer can do the same. A black
look what Claude has done. Tariq is a student of Claude. Look at what he has done.
Tariq ain't a leader either. He's not organizing.
No. Tariq has created this term, and this term came from Claude Anderson, and now look how big it is. This came from Claude Anderson. This is very big. Matter of fact, right now go to Twitter. Foundational Black American is trending on Twitter right now. This is very big now.
I get you, but Black Lives Matters was too.
Black Lives Matter was an organization, not a lineage.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
And white people created Black Lives Matter. George.
I get what you're saying, but all of these things become popular because we are in the hashtag social media era, bro.
No, that's not true, because when things are getting done, when people see things happening,
come on, man, you follow trends. Things are trendy.
We getting it done. We getting it popping. We getting it popping right now. Trust me.
Listen. The way you can say something is really popping is 5 years from now, it has quadrupled what we see today. Yeah. It's too early to say we're getting it popping because it's trendy. It's like a little baby song. It could last 6 months. It could last 2 years. We don't know yet. It's too early.
This ain't going nowhere, bro.
It's happening because the stuff is happening in law. Everything that I'm telling you is happening in law. So
it's in the law.
Pardon me?
You know who? I want the person who put it on the books.
You said what?
Look at Supreme Clientele. Let me beat him up real quick. Come on, Supreme Clientele. He's the greatest troll of Morris World TV. I'm about to. Hey, give me a minute. I'm gonna bust him up and lay him down real quick. All right. Come on.
Yo, am my audio good?
Show your face. He's scared to show his face.
Nah, I'm driving, brother Tahaka.
Nah, come on, man. You're trolling me, man. Come on.
I'm not trolling you, brother. You know I've been wanting some smoke for a long time.
You don't want no smoke, man.
Listen. Go ahead.
Let me. He gonna talk about the flag, and I'm about to smash him. Come on, real quick.
Before I get to the flag, I just want to say, brother, why is it so hard for you to understand the concept of FBA? Why are you trying to make it? Why are you trying to make it something other than what it is, brother? And you're a foundational Black American, so I'm pretty sure you see how these people that's from, huh?
Let me answer what you're saying.
I wasn't finished, but go ahead.
I don't believe that there is no power in acronyms. I don't believe that there's any power in acronyms. I believe that FBA is a motivational tool to get people into the know of their lineage as it starts in America. However, we are a global people. We populated the planet. And so my lineage will never start in America. My foundation is not in America. My foundation is universal. So when you say something like that, I feel like you put me in a box. That's why I respond to the way that I respond to. So let me say it one more time. My foundation is not America. My foundation is universal. My people have populated the planet, brother. So only thing I'm saying is, if you really want my opinion, that acronyms do not move the meter. That's it. Acronyms can motivate people, but it doesn't move the meter.
He said his people populated the planet. Is that not a Black Algae talking point? Come on, man. What are you talking? Wait, the Moors populated the planet? Like, which Black African group populated the planet? I don't care if you thought you were Egyptian. You populated the planet? Like, see, this is goofy again. This is goofy Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad talking point. They believe anybody brown is basically Black. Anybody who's not, basically, if you're not white, you're not European white, you're black. You know, it's just black and white. That's it. That's what they believe, man. It's goofy stuff. And when you read the comments, if he can't identify the information is good, just disorganized, why don't he just organize it? Dude really don't know what he's talking about. He take one fact and add lies around it. Huh? LGBTQI plus, an acronym that definitely carries a degree. Exactly. I don't know what this guy, like, listen, some of us want to be an intellectual, and that's when we drop the ball, because we're not, okay? It's okay to ask questions, but when you start to act like you're the intellectual, that's when you drop the ball, right? When you're actually not, and we're not. He's good at exposing, Blackology groups, especially like the Blackology gun rights, Black Panther groups. That's good. But when he gets in this realm right here with solutions and liberation, it goes back to pseudo talk, to goofy stuff. No real solutions, no real movement, nothing, no power, nothing had, no extra benefits, no tangibles, nothing, just goofy black talk. And all you're allowed to do is get an organization. And like everybody else, the org is not hard to get. And it's either non-profitable or profitable or something else. But that's it, man. We all can get started an organization tomorrow. That's not a hard thing to do. And you got to be qualified. You got to have a certain amount of members to get certain benefits from the government, certain grants, certain, set asides. It's all about numbers at that point. But anyway, let's go.
You say I'm Foundation America, what you're doing is you're putting me in a box, and these Europeans would never be in a box. They say they this and that, but they connect internationally. We need to understand that we're going
when it's time to connect, brother. When it's time to connect, but they do delineate themselves, because you have Europeans that say that they're Italian. You have some that say they're German. You have some that say they're from America. But when it's time to come together and form like Voltron, that's what they do.
But guess
exactly. What? So it's nothing wrong with us doing the same thing. But before, you gotta understand, brother, we have to be motivated first, and we have to be motivated behind a cause. A lot of us is motivated, but we don't have no cause. You understand what I'm saying?
If we are not motivated by all the history that we have in this country by now, there is nothing to motivate us.
I disagree with that, brother. I disagree, because at the same time we're being motivated, it's people that's in our culture. They say that they're black, but it's not FBA. They do things to demoralize and unmotivate us. So we're trying to make 2 steps forward. They're pushing us back by saying that we don't deserve reparation, when it's our people that built this country, that come here and call us different names, brother.
That's the thing. We're playing the blame game again. So what?
No, you played the big game. You just did it earlier.
So what?
I understand.
I got a skinny head. So what? Man, we have our children, man. It's time to build something. Because
brother, we can't build.
Things to defend it. We have
brother, right? If we're not building an like mine, these people are coming over here and they get this. They don't.
They come here and they get pie and we don't. They call us.
They get what?
Brother, we're playing the blame game like children.
No, it's not, brother. I disagree with that. I disagree. We have to identify. That's like everyone else identify, right? They come over here, they say, I'm from Trinidad. I'm from Africa. Brother, let me speak, bro. Please, give me the floor for 30 seconds.
Hey, your examples are always they, but I'm going to let you have the floor.
Yeah, when I say they, I say other groups of black people. When they come from different parts of the diaspora, when they first come over here, they don't identify with us. They don't identify with the struggle. They go in their small communities. They go, brother, that's a problem, because we're trying to move them. Brother,
you want people to come here and hug you and love you.
Nah, they gotta respect it though.
They don't love you. Man, we need to grow up, man. We crying about somebody don't come and hug and love us.
don't want nobody to love me. You don't love me. You don't have to like me. But one thing you will do is respect me.
Okay, that goes without saying. But the whole thing is, they come over here and get this. They come over here, they don't talk to us. They come over here, they don't play with us. They don't let us share their marbles. We acting like children, man.
I disagree with that, brother. We're not acting like children.
Increase vehicle efficiency for your business with Bridgestone and solutions for your journey.
This video is sponsored by Clean My Mac. It's an all-in-one application that will help keep your...
to offset that. For example, the Chinese have Chinatown, and so you know what we're building? We're building African Town, or we're building the native town. I don't hear any of that. I hear. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. But you got the Chinese. They build Chinatown, and they supposed to. They supposed to mess with you. They supposed to.
Chinatown didn't get bombed though.
Africans ain't obligated to mess with you.
Brother, we can't build nothing if we have people that's our enemy that's amongst us. Brother, we can't build nothing with our people if we have people in our camp that's amongst us, that's against us. Excuse me.
Brother, it's enough like-minded people to get
destroyed.
Brother, it's enough like-minded people to start building. And
Brother,
you know what? This is rhetoric.
This is rhetoric. I don't know what he's talking about. But that talking point, we can't do that because people against us. Like, dude, are you serious? Like, Hitler had people against him. Like, he wasn't a one-man show. There was people campaigning for that spotlight as well. There's always people against you. That's not an excuse to lie. Well, we can't do nothing because people against us. Shut up. So I agree with Tark on that point. Like, dude, I hear just both sides are just ridiculous, extreme, and got excuses, and they both do the vague thing.
There's enough like-minded people. There's enough like-minded people to start building something. This is cheerleading rhetoric.
And what we're doing is we're gathering the
rhetoric, Supreme Crowd. Now, you mean tell me that you can't find 100 people dedicated to build something, and when you build it, they'll come?
Brother, that's what we're doing right now. House before we can build. You can't sleep in a dirty house. You can't build on a.
You're not going to clean this house. You're only going to bring clean with you, but they're only going to come when they're attracted to something.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. If you clean a house and there's still dirty people in here, is that house really clean?
Brother, no.
Another thing I want to ask you: if your wife decided tomorrow that she doesn't want to be married to you, right? Let me speak. Your wife says, listen, Tahaka, it's been fun, but I think it's time for us to separate. I don't wish that upon you. I'm just give you an example. Would you? Brother, let me finish. Would you beg your wife to be with her after she tells you she doesn't want to be with you? You would respect her wishes and you would move on. Because now, if you begged her, you would look like pain. So that's the same thing that we're doing. That's found.
That ain't what you're doing.
Let me finish.
Let me finish. When they come here, they don't finish. To me. That ain't what you're doing. You said when they come here, they don't talk to me. When they come here, they don't identify as me. They come here, they don't want to play with. They don't want to play jacks with me. That's what you're saying.
Now they don't finish.
I'm not saying that.
They're never finished.
Come here, they don't respect us. They don't respect us, brother.
So guess what? Build your own and respect yourself.
But in order for us to build our own, right? And I agree with you.
Hold up.
But in order for us to build our own, we have to separate.
Oh, not the separation. Here we go.
They don't want to come together. How are we begging somebody to come?
Hold on. Let me say something real quick.
They don't want to come together.
Go separate and build. Why are you crying on?
Wait, Let me say this real quick.
Hold on, we're going too far off the ledge, man. We're going too far off the ledge right now.
Yeah, let me
I know you said it's your biggest troll, bro, but we're going too far off the ledge right now.
Nah, I'm not a troll at all. So we're not going to stop.
That's what he said. I'm just saying.
I'm not a troll, beloved. I support Brother Tahaka, but on this subject, I disagree.
Hold up, my man, hold up. The host of the night, the guest host tonight is my brother Khalif, the reparationist. Come on,
let me say something real quick.
No. Let brother Khalif put us back on track. track because we all got hype. My apology. I was just joking with Supreme. He's not my troll. I was just joking.
So let's get to the reparations discussion, man. Because like I said in the beginning, it's an economic thing. We scratching and surviving in the hood right now. And if we could go back to Ukraine getting 50 billion, we can go to the Afghans getting that money, we can go to the people at the border getting that money. We can go to it's a hot mic. It's a hot mic.
Yeah, hold on. I got it.
We can go to all of these different individual groups under ethnic group, under political classification that's getting these economic funds. I just want the people to really follow through what we're saying because economically,
the same way though as Moors though, for real.
Look, I don't know that, but if we can, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, but all I'm saying is, economically, we're not getting nothing. And
let me tell you what Moors is. But let me let you finish first. But let me answer this. The host is acting like a little girl throwing a tantrum. You must don't know Moorish World TV. I am very passionate.
It's always the passion.
It's not a tantrum. Please tune into the next show, and I'll do the same thing on the next topic if it strikes a nerve. That's just my personality. I mean no disrespect. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so when we talk about the economic thing, like
job for the passion.
Talk about economics for Black Americans is always under this minority, under this POC, under this BIPOC. And if people don't know what those are, a person of color, a Black indigenous person of color, these are political classifications that the dominant society has created, and it is now going under this terminology called minority. All a minority is a white woman, an LGBTQ, a
just
midget,
say everybody except for a straight white male. That's all.
A Mexican, this is everybody, including us, and we're just not getting the brunt of those benefits. So when we talk about this Freedman thing, when we also talk about FBA, which is the social component of it, all we saying is lineage first, tangibles, economic empowerment, and reparations, and also stop anti-Black hate. So all of this stuff, it all compiles and things that make sense. But what's happened is that it's a misrepresentation that people may see, like people may not agree with certain things that other individuals do. It's a lineage. So when it's a lineage, that's like if I got a cousin that's a shooter, I can't do nothing about that nigga. That's what he do. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is we take on this concept that, oh, just because that person is this, that, and the third, or you also a part of it. And that's one thing I don't want Black folk to be doing politically because that's dangerous and also it looks bad. So politically and socially, like I could be like, yo, I don't mess with no Moors because the Moors be trying to scheme me to get me to $5,000 for this, that, and the third.
Those are not Moors though. They scam.
And that's what I'm saying. But that negative connotation is already, once you got that negative connotation, but when you're doing politics, we've never seen people doing politics for, and I could be ignorant, but we never seen people doing politics for the Moors. We've never seen people doing politics for Pan-Africans.
Well, let me tell you something. Prophet Ali gave us the example of how we supposed to do politics. Moors has dropped the ball by the way of infiltration back in the 30s. But he have gave us the example how to do politics.
Not during segregation. No nigga during segregation have gave people in integration the goddamn answers. Stop it, man. He gave answers for people who are in segregation, who are segregated. He gave no answers for people who are integrated. Like, stop it. It's goofy, outdated, dumb talk. So I don't go nowhere. Because Black folks are born in segregation. Now, I was born in segregation. I'm sorry. Correction. Black folks are born in integration. I was born into integration. I know nothing about dogs biting people and signs. You can't do this. You can't do that. I was born in America where I can go wherever I want. Lawfully. Now, individuals might kick my ass if I go there, but lawfully it was legal. Okay, just like now, Black folks lawfully can travel where they want to go, hoods. But under the table laws, as you see, Black folks tell you don't come around here if you ain't from around here. No different than white folks. Hurt people. We took on the same mindset of those who oppressed and treated us immorally. We bad, we took inhumanely. Some of us took their mindset, and now that's what we do to each other. You better not come around here, boy, if you ain't from around here. That's what white folks said, now we say it. You dig? You see a Black person, or, it just all gloves off. As the channel suggests, it just gloves off when it's a Black person, less tolerance, less everything. And we just always forever complaining about Black folks. You dig? So no.
accountability, where after the Reconstruction, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was instrumental in helping Oscar the Priest and many other locals, Oscar the Priest in Congress, and many other the locals on the west side and the south side of Chicago, I think, to obtain office. He's helped to put judges in position. And so he gave it by example. And so I'm going to look at the example and duplicate that in this era of time, because nothing's changed about politics. It's just different faces and new laws. And so in order to get in position, it's the same methodology. So the Moors definitely have dropped the ball. And I'm not scared to say that I'm the face of trying to move this meter for the Moorish Americans as well as our people, because I don't designate you being something other than I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Right. I designate you as me. And if I eat, you eat. We all eat. You can call yourself the boogeyman. I don't care.
And that's what I'm saying. We got people that's Moors, we got people that's Israelites, we got people who Indian, we got all types of people who fight for reparations, and that's a part of the lineage.
You asked who the leader of FBA, but who is the leader of the Moors? I am the leader of the administration that I am a head of. But there's a lot of different Moors. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different Fugazi, there's a whole different crazy stuff on the internet going on. But I am the leader of the administration, as you hear me say, administration, that I'm a part of.
True. I mean, look, but you just said target though. You just said it's other Moors out there. So what I'm saying to you is, other people who call themselves FBA by lineage, and it's some people that, like I said, it could be somebody like, you're a cool Moor. Like I'm saying, maybe I'll hop on this joint again and be chopping up. But it's other Moors. But it's other.
But I'm gonna hit your inbox and say you're right to travel.
But look, it's other Moors that's like, yo, look, I got the $5,000 joint, Sovereign Citizen wave. So it's kind of like, but FBAs is on the tip, like you might meet somebody that's like, yo, they might rub you the wrong way, whoop-de-whoop. And then you might meet somebody that's FBA. So it's kind of like, what I don't want to happen with FBA, and what I don't want to happen with this whole lineage thing is that people not understand the message. Because if you don't understand the message, then everything is, oh, this is a disruption, this is chaos. And not to mention, we already got the Democratic plantation niggas already in corners. So we can't have people,
hate group and shit.
And I'm saying we already got people hating. So we can't have people who are quote unquote conscious, if you will, enlightened, going against the things that we're saying, because at the end of the day, everybody that's Black American gonna get reparations whether you want it or not. You know what I'm saying? If you descend from the lineage, you can call yourself Israelite or
so as you can
this, that,
see,
and the third. You can call
it ain't going nowhere. All right. It ain't going nowhere. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna come back with a couple Spanish lessons. If I don't, last night, like I said, I was planning to go live again, but I fell for the trick. I was trying to get baby sleep, and I fell asleep. I gotta not lay down with him. I gotta stay up. That got me. I felt like I knew it would get me, but I said, nah, I'm good. I know it's gonna come, but I'm gonna prevent it if I let it happen. All right. So anyway, this ain't going nowhere. Talking in circles. I'm back with my Spanish lessons, and then if I'm not falling asleep, because he goes to sleep about 9:30. If I'm up, we get another round. And I want to get on the Predators, right? I want Indigenous Black men in attendance. This time I'll text him. I didn't hit him on Facebook. This time I hit him on Facebook, so he'd be aware. But he always hop on or want to come on when the subject doesn't fit him. Now I'm giving them the human trafficking, white supremacists, all this type of stuff. Let's go. So I'm off right now. I'm back on with the Hispanic stuff. If you're interested, take a listen. If you're not interested, I don't expect to see you. And whether you come or not, it's, I'm going to learn regardless. So if it's not for you, it's okay. Because if y'all had a French live, I probably wouldn't come. I'm not into French right now. Just like some of y'all might not be into Spanish, to Espanol.